Good evening and welcome to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. This is Countdown to Kickoff. I am David Mora, joined as always by District Athletic Director Dave O'Malley, who's over here to the side, doing a few things here to prepare for the game. And as always, our help, we've got Kaylin from Rancho Alamitos on the main cam and Vincent on graphics.
Please
awesome game here tonight. Rivalry game. Big time things on the line here for La Quinta. If they win, they clinch a share of the league title and share it with Los and Rancho, who both won last night. For Bolsa, if they win, they're in. They're punching their ticket to the playoffs for the second time in a row. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at these two teams here today and see how they got here. Or actually, let's take a look at who they are exactly. Head coach Michael Acosta leads the Bolsa Grande Matadors. Their 2022 record 6-6. That was 2-3 in league. Good enough for a third place finish. They were able to win that coin flip. Got into the playoffs for the first time in over 30 years. That was the county's longest playoff streak, but they did it. Took care of business. Of course, their last playoff appearance, we see that, 2022. They have one CIF championship game appearance way back in 1986. They took care of business against Saddleback, and that's their only CIF championship. What about the La Quinta Aztecs here? Head coach James Stewart, 2022 record 2-8, 1-4, fifth place in league, but that one win, a big one. That ended up sending Rancho Alamitos into a tie for first place with Los Amigos last season, preventing them from winning an outright league championship. The Aztecs' last playoff appearance was in 2017. They have 8 league titles. Their last one way back in 1990. Now, if they win tonight, like I said, that number turns into 2023 as they'll get their 9th league title and their first since 1990. They have 2 CIF title game appearances. Way back in, I believe, 1984, they lost to Saddleback. Then they followed that up a few years later, and I can't remember the team they lost to. I had looked it up earlier. I don't think it was Valencia. I'll have to look it up maybe a little bit later. Now, let's take a look at how these teams got to where they are today. These records, Bolsa 5-4, 2-2. And 1 second here. There we go. Good job, Vincent. Okay, Bolsa 5-4, 2-2 in league. They started off the season here live on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football, defeating Savannah 27-21. Follow that up with a not-so-good game against Beckman, but Beckman was kind of on a roll at that point in time. Follow that up with back-to-back victories over Artesia and Century. Follow that up with a loss to a tough Ocean View team. Then rattle off 2 more wins to start league, Loera and Santiago, before losing a close one to Rancho Alamitos, 21-18. And you saw them last week against Los Amigos right here live. The largest margin of victory by any Garden Grove League team against another, well, in any game actually. 46-14, Los Amigos victorious in that game. And of course, they're here tonight against La Quinta. What about the Aztecs? They started off the season losing to Linwood 36-13 before they went and got back-to-back wins over Godinez, Saddleback, and Costa Mesa. They followed that up with a close loss to Estancia 14-3 and a come-from-behind victory over Los Amigos. Dave was at that game. Dave, you want to talk a little bit about that one?
Yeah, that was a great game. Again, La Quinta had to come back. I believe they were down 21-12, and they rattled off 16 straight points, 2 scores, and 2 two-point conversions, including the last drive in which La Quinta successfully pulled off 2 halfback toss passes.
So Coach Stewart getting a little tricky, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. The trickery there, pulling out all the bags to get that victory. And I'm sure he's got some tricks up his sleeve still for tonight to pull out.
And there we go. Now, after that victory over Los Amigos, they defeated Loera and Santiago before a date with Rancho Alamitos set them back as they lost that game 21-14. I'm sure Rancho had been chomping at the bit since last season to get their hands on La Quinta this season to get a little bit of revenge in that game. And, of course, they're here tonight against their rival Bolsa Grande. Now, this isn't the only game going on here in Garden Grove Unified. We had a few games going on last night as well. You saw this live, Los Amigos defeating Santiago 24-8. Rancho taking care of business here at Bolsa Grande Stadium against Loera 35-0. Those two teams' victories last night brought them a share of the Garden Grove League Championship. And like we mentioned, the Aztecs with a victory tonight can join them in that championship party, room, whatever you want to call it. Over in Placentia, Pacifica is taking on Valencia. Dave has a very good feeling that Pacifica is going to pull out that victory there tonight.
Yeah,
right, Dave?
I think they'll win tonight. I think the next game we're talking about too. Two of our non-Garden Grove League schools are both going to get wins tonight.
I definitely feel like Garden Grove is going to take care of business against Catella. Catella last week down at halftime 63-0 against Marina over at Handel Stadium in a day game.
Yeah, they, as we mentioned last night in the broadcast, Garden Grove is in a different class than Catella this year. That is a game that will probably be done pretty quick because it'll be a running clock.
Yep, there you go. Now, let's take a look at what our teams did last week, because they did have some games last week. You saw that here. Los Amigos beating Bolsa 46-14. Rancho victorious over the Quinta 21-14. Santiago squeaking, I would say, by Loera 14-3. Tustin taking care of business against Pacifica 49-0. And Segerstrom taking care of business against Grove 31-14. Now let's take a look at these updated Garden Grove League standings here. You see it there. We've got 4 teams in the league who are done for the season, Los Amigos and Rancho. Los Amigos finishing 4-1, 6-4 overall. Rancho 4-1 in league, 7-3 overall. Loera finished 0-5 and 0-10 overall. And Santiago, the record doesn't say as much about Santiago as watching them. They're a lot better than that 1-4 record in league, and definitely better than that 4-6 record overall, right, Dave?
Yeah, definitely. And again, talking about seasons being done, we still have the potential that all of our schools have the potential still to make playoffs as either an automatic qualifier, which we'll see tonight. The winner of tonight's game will be an automatic qualifier for the Garden Grove League, or as an at-large. And so our schools will be applying for at-large berths. While it's unlikely that all 7 will get in, it is a possibility, and we'll have to see how the shakeout comes. But certainly a big game tonight that both Bolsa and La Quinta do not want to go that at-large route. They want to make sure that they're in as an automatic qualifier. A win tonight gets them that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave it up to the committee to try and sneak you in. We've seen some crazy things happen. Pacifica finished, I believe, 6-4 back in 2015 and ended up losing a playoff spot to 1-9 El Dorado, who Dave pointed out last night. That one win was actually a forfeit win. So you want to take care of business on your own. You don't want to leave it to chance or leave it up to a committee to bring you into the playoffs. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these Cal Prep rankings. We've been talking about these quite a bit. Updated, Los Amigos at a 30.6. They're ahead of the pack in the Garden Grove League, followed by La Quinta with 34.6. Rancho, negative 35.1. I should say negatives on these. Bolsa at negative 41.9. Santiago finishing the season, or maybe not finishing, maybe squeaking up a little bit after tonight at negative 43.5. Now we'll go ahead and get that graphic off the screen here, and there we go as we have a live look at Bolsa Grande Stadium. Again, rivalry game, La Quinta, Bolsa. A lot of these students grew up together. They went to the same schools. A lot of students probably went to, Hill Elementary, maybe Post Elementary. Maybe they went to Irvine Intermediate, Murdy Elementary. Maybe a few Sunnyside students in there. Maybe not Sunnyside, but you get the picture. These students lived in the same neighborhoods, grew up in the same areas, maybe played youth sports together or against each other. And we've seen this game over the past few years. A lot of times it was maybe the only win for one team or the other, but this year it's the stakes are a lot higher. For the first time since 1987, this game is for something more than just bragging rights. It's for playoff berths. It's for league championships. And I have a feeling that we're going to have an exciting game. I know Dave feels the same way. For some reason, I have a gut instinct that maybe Bolsa might be pulling it out here. Something just tells me that the Matadors are going to come out ready to go, especially after that thumping they took last week against Los Amigos. I think they're going to want to prove to people that that's not the Bolsa Grande team that you're used to seeing.
Yeah, it's, we're going to see 2 different types of teams here. Obviously, Bolsa has a very prolific offense. They can score in bunches, led by Ethan Nguyen at quarterback. And so if this is an offensive game and a shootout, it's definitely going to be an advantage to Bolsa Grande. La Quinta, though, is a very, very solid team all around. They do not have a lot of weaknesses. And so I would say if this is a lower scoring game, that's definitely going to favor La Quinta as the solid all-around team. So we'll see how this starts off. I think we're going to tell a lot in the first quarter, the first couple series, about what type of game this is going to be. If it's a shootout, again, I think that favors Bolsa. If this is more of a low-scoring affair, I think that favors La Quinta.
Okay, so now we've got the captains going onto the field, so we'll get these numbers for you for La Quinta. Captain number 61, Alex Din. Number 4, Alex Tran. Number 71, Lock Do. And number 10, John Tong. Over on the Bolsa sideline there, the captains walking up to the field. You have number 7, Ethan Nguyen, quarterback. Number 10, friend of the broadcast, Joseph Jojo Lee. Looks like number 60, perhaps, Dave, you might have better eyes than me, Mohamed Matus. And number 14,
Yes.
Eddie Zarate for the Matadors. So again, you're going to hear a steady dose of Ethan Nguyen. You'll hear Eddie Zarate's name kind of mixed in. You'll hear running back David Nguyen's name mixed in there. For La Quinta, you'll hear a lot of from Cooper Starnes, from Jackson Clark. As those are the primary playmakers for both teams. Again, La Quinta in first place. The last time they were in first place this late in the season, way back in 1990. As the referees get ready to toss this coin up into the air. See how we're going to start this game. We'll bring you multiple camera angles here tonight. And the coin is flipped. Referee showing it to both teams. Looks like La Quinta has won the toss, and they're going to receive, if I can read that body language correctly.
That's right.
So La Quinta will be marching towards the snack bar, which is what I feel like doing right now. And Bolsa will be marching towards the freeway and defending the snack bar. Last year, Bolsa Grande with a huge victory over La Quinta, and we covered that one live in week 9. So we see La Quinta now coming out onto the field. Bolsa not out onto the field yet. Only their captain's out here at the moment. So not sure what the deal is there. As we await the Matadors. We want to thank you for tuning in, and of course, why don't you share the stream out with anyone you can. Let's get this stream rocking in here. Feel free to participate in the chat. We try to interact as much as we can. Of course, we thank you for tuning in all year. This, of course, is the last broadcast. I had to bring out the suit for this one. Told myself, you know what, might as well look the part, like those NFL broadcasters.
Looking snazzy.
Just a little bit. Got the tie on, and see if I don't have to loosen it up a little bit later. Nice job by the La Quinta Marching Band on the Star-Spangled Banner. We're just a few moments away from game time here. Bolsa still not out here yet, Dave.
Yeah, they're coming. We're going to try to get an angle here of them. They still got a couple minutes. We'll see how lenient the refs are here to let them run through their banner. And it looks like the banner's off, so they're not going to be running through the banner here. Yeah, a little strange. Definitely a little late here, but they will be ready to go.
Need to fix this scoreboard here. There we go. Nope, wrong way, wrong way. There we go. It's 0-0. Points didn't just magically appear, so here we go. Here come the Matadors. Onto the field now. La Quinta already lined up. They're ready to go.
Yeah, they're ready for kickoff here.
Back deep to return here for La Quinta. Looks like number 8, Cooper Starnes, and number 2, Kyle Huang. Purple. Camera moved a little bit. Let me see if I can fix that up here. There we go. We're going to get ready. La Quinta band making some noise. That's an onside kick there by the Matadors. That's still on the ground. Not sure who recovered it yet. And let's see what the referees say here. Looks like La Quinta maybe picked it up. And La Quinta recovering the onside kick. So Bolsa trying to catch them off guard here. I like the call there by Coach Acosta. Try to get that ball right back. La Quinta going to start with that ball on their own on their own 38-yard line. All right, so let's see how La Quinta starts here on this first down. You see they run that flex offense there, a little trickery, misdirection. That play is going to be good for maybe a yard or two. Cooper Starnes on the carry. So this is exactly what we thought we were going to see Santiago run last night on their first offensive drive. Not the case. Second down, handoff to number 4, taken down immediately in the backfield there. That was Alex Tran on the carry.
Yeah, great penetration there.
Again, we always talk about this, Dave. The line of scrimmage is where the battle is won, where the game is won or lost. And right now, Bolsa Grande having the edge on these first 2 plays.
Yeah, Nathaniel Fiapatu on that. Getting good penetration, tackle for loss. This is, again, where La Quinta is not typically a passing team. They have been more so this year. But these third and long situations are a little bit more difficult for La Quinta to get out of than it would be for Bolsa Grande.
Third down here for La Quinta. Tran in motion. Jackson back to pass. Lets that one go. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, as I mentioned, La Quinta not a typical passing team, but Jackson Clark is very good. He is he's got a believer in me that he's got a good skill set as a quarterback. I think they may be passing a little bit more tonight in situations they haven't seen in years past. We'll see if that holds up, but a great stop here by the Matadors, getting the 3 and out right away.
Of course, the last time they were a passing team, Michael Nadeau was back there in the backfield. Oh, effective punt, I guess. Not bad, not the prettiest, but gets all the way back to the Matador 36-yard line.
Yeah, Nadeau was a prolific passer, certainly for La Quinta and the Garden Grove League. Went on, and it's escaping me now, and his dad is probably going to be mad at me for that, but the college that he attended to, but has had a very successful career in college as well as a quarterback. And again, his dad is a softball coach at La Quinta, and family dynasty there for the Aztecs.
Let's see what Bolsa Grande can do on their first drive of the game. Ethan Wynn in the backfield there. 5 wide receivers for the Matadors. Drops back to pass. Decides to run, goes to the right side. Picks up a few yards, 3 on the play.
Yeah, one of the strengths of the La Quinta team, again, I think they're very well balanced, but I do think they are very good defensively. So this is going to be the battle of a good defensive team versus a good offensive team. We'll see who comes out on top.
And, you know, last week Bolsa didn't put up points, but they did put up quite a few points against Santiago. That pass complete to the left side.
Yeah, Douglas Wynn on that tackle. Great form tackle. Again, part of what we were talking about with that great defense is we mentioned this last night in the Los Amigos Santiago game, that if you can tackle, if you can have one tackle and you're done, and you don't allow broken tackles or extra yards after contact, you're going to be a pretty good football team. And so far here, both teams have done well with that. Not a lot of broken tackles, a lot of solid first contact tackles there.
Brings up a 3rd and 6 here for the Matadors from the 40-yard line. David Nguyen in motion. We're going to have an option play here. Nope, a pass play.
Great job. Oh, wonderful.
And that's going to be caught. And he's not going to be caught, Dave. That's going to be a touchdown. And who's that? Eddie Zarate.
Eddie Zarate, yes.
There we go.
I wonder if that was a design play or if that was Ethan Wynn seeing what he had in front of him, where Eddie Zarate was wide open downfield, but they were running option play on that. So that was looking like a run play. The linebackers got sucked up with that, and Ethan found that receiver right in the middle of the field. Again, I wonder if that was a design play from Coach Acosta or just gunslinging from Ethan Wynn.
I'll tell you what, Dave, if he's gunslinging that and improvising like that, that's some next-level thinking and not something that you would expect from a high school quarterback.
No, and that's what you worry about if you're La Quinta, is that, as I mentioned in the pregame, if this turns into a shootout, Bolsa Grande is definitely favored. So a quick score for Bolsa definitely plays in their favor. We'll see how La Quinta responds here. They need a nice long drive. They can't have another 3 and out and have the momentum continue with the Matadors.
So we'll see the La Quinta Aztec return team once again. Kyle Huang and Cooper Starnes back there to return. The La Quinta band bringing some energy here. I love it.
Just wait till they play the offspring.
So quick score there by the Matadors, 7-0 early lead here. Let's see how the Aztecs can respond here after they went 3 and out on their first drive.
Another onside.
Again, yep, one more time.
Oh, that ball came out.
It popped up. It looks like it might be Bolsa's football.
I think it is. I think that ball popped out, and I think a Bolsa player got on it. They got to point the right direction, though.
Yep, they got it, Dave. Bolsa Grande football.
Yeah, this is the worst start that Coach Stewart could have imagined happening here.
And that's just going to bring a bunch of electricity to that Bolsa Grande sideline. And I think they're just going to.
A lot of times when you have that, when the momentum is building, don't be surprised if you see Bolsa take another shot at the end zone here. Another deep pass. See if they can really kind of go for the kill shot, so to speak.
Pitch out to David Wynn over the right side. Nice gain of about 4 or 5 yards on the play. So that was the second onside kick there by the Matadors as they onside kicked the opening kickoff too and came close to getting that one. I think that's how you approach a rivalry game, right, Dave? You just try to go and.
Yeah, I have seen Bolsa do that the last couple weeks a couple times. It's more kind of a hybrid onside squib kick.
Nice quick pitch to the left side this time, but snuffed out by the Aztec defense.
Anyways, a lot with that kind of squib kick they have, they are looking for exactly what they see there. People that aren't used to handling the ball, get them the ball in their hands, and if they make a mistake, they have a chance for that. If they don't and they just fall on it, you're giving them the ball at around the 35 or 40 yard line. That's not the end of the world in high school football.
Now let's see on the, still early here to talk about kickoffs, but let's see if the return team for the Aztecs switches things up and kind of adds more players to that second level there. First, we got a 3rd and 8 here for the Matadors.
Big threat here is Ethan Wynn, the quarterback for Bolsa, that he can scramble at any point and break off a 10 or 20 or 30-yard run.
Keep an eye out on Azerati. He's on the left side there. Nice
Great
little screen
fill.
to David Wynn.
Awesome
Beautiful
fill
tackle.
by Steve Mejia on that for La Quinta. Great fill, great read, and great tackle there.
Great way to respond by the Aztecs there.
Yes.
And let's see what the Matadors. It looks like the Matadors offense is back out there, so they're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Yeah, I don't expect. I haven't seen Coach Acosta punting on his on the opponent's side of the field all year. I don't expect that to happen tonight.
Keep an eye on Zarate up to the top of the screen there. Drops back to pass over the middle. That's underthrown. Pass intended for, looks like number 8, I believe.
Pressure got to Ethan Wynn. He got a hand in his face. Not sure if they got a piece of that ball, but it certainly looked like that pressure influenced that throw.
Joey Sangentino, the intended receiver on that play. It's going to bring up La Quinta football.
Great recovery by La Quinta there. That was a awful situation for them to be in. Like I said, their defense is very good. And their defense responded there, keeps the Aztecs in the game right now. Let's see if they can have that nice long drive we talked about before.
Getting in this flex offense. I guess that's what you would call it, right, Dave?
Yeah, more of a.
Ooh. Oh, nice tackle.
Yeah, that look to me was more of a traditional double wing.
Double wing. Of course, those offenses you really don't see. Those are kind of staples here in the Garden Grove League. We're used to seeing La Quinta run it.
Yeah, like we talked about last night with Santiago, La Quinta is kind of a hybrid offense. They run that a lot of times, and as you see here, they are now in a different formation. A true double wing team like Myron Miller and Tustin High School, they stay in that same formation all game long and just grind you down.
Yep, run left, run right, run left, run right. Michael Palacios on that carry. It's maybe a gain of 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
This is probably 2-down territory or 4-down territory, let's say, for La Quinta. They probably got 2 downs to try to get this 1st down here.
Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. David Mora here, joined by Dave Mamali. 6:19 left to go here in the 1st quarter.
Got offsides already. Nobody called it. Lined up in the neutral zone, Bolsa was.
That would have been big for La Quinta, but now they're facing a 4th and 3 or so. And
as we talked about before that last play, they are going for it here on 4th down. Looks to be about 4 yards here. I'm going to predict a dive play to Cooper Starnes. Let's see if that comes to fruition here. No, toss.
Palacios on the carry. He's going to have the 1st down and a little bit more as he's eluding a tackle. You know what, Dave? The Matadors have some beautiful tackling techniques. A little bit of wrap and lift.
Yeah, again, I thought Cooper Starnes would get that in an inside play, but Cooper did a great job on that, getting to the outside and having a key block out there that allowed for that 1st down.
Now the Aztecs on a nice little drive here. Their 3rd drive of the game, or 2nd drive of the game. Clark getting ready to take the snap, hands the ball off to Starnes, who goes up the middle, gets a gain of about 8 yards on the play.
That's a play they have had success with all year long, just giving a quick dive to Starnes and let him go and drag the pile, let him go and find space. A lot of touchdowns have been scored that way. I love that combination of Jackson Clark and Cooper Starnes. They got a good combo there. And again, both of them are juniors. They will be coming back next year. Young La Quinta team for sure.
I would say they're going to make some noise next year in league, but we don't know yet.
We don't know which league they'll be in. That's right.
Hand off to Palacios over to the right side. Bolsa has no answer for those handoffs over there to the right side, as that's the 3rd one in a row.
Yeah, this is where La Quinta can be real good, is just slow, methodical drives where they are picking up 3, 4, 5, sometimes even larger yards there. But if La Quinta is able to just control the line of scrimmage and run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, not have to pass, that's right what they want to do.
As we mentioned, a lot on the line here. If La Quinta wins, they will have a share of the Garden Grove League Championship. If Bolsa wins, they will be clinching their second playoff appearance in a row. Again, congratulations to Rancho and Los Amigos on clinching a share of the Garden Grove League title, the last one last night in their respective wins. Pitch to Palacios. Here we go, getting tricky.
Oh, he got it. Touchdown. Wow.
Wow, beautiful play.
Alex Tran on that catch there.
Go ahead and hit the replay button. Let's see if we can get a replay on that one. That was beautiful. He had to catch that ball
at least twice, maybe 3 times. Let's see here.
It looks like they bit a little bit on that run. He lets that one go. Nice pass. It popped up. And, yeah, it looks like he got that with one hand, Dave.
Yeah, this is like we talked about pregame. They ran that play 2 times in a row on the same drive to beat Los Amigos. So Bolsa has definitely seen that play on film, and it didn't matter. La Quinta's still able to convert.
And they got that kickoff just in time, and we have a tie ball game here at Bolsa Grande Stadium, 7-7. 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Big time rivalry game here, Aztecs and Matadors.
Yeah, great pass and catch there again. As I said, La Quinta is not a passing team, but Jackson Clark certainly a capable passer, but that pass didn't come from them. They can also find ways to pass outside of Jackson Clark with their other athletes as well. Again, we'll see how this plays out. I still think this tempo favors Bolsa Grande a little bit. If La Quinta gets a stop here, that'll certainly be big for them regaining control of this game.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier I had a feeling that Bolsa might win, but I'll tell you the story that would come out of La Quinta, winning the league championship for the first time since 1990. That's something special.
Yeah, I kind of feel like last year was Bolsa's Cinderella year, and this year might be La Quinta's Cinderella year.
I know we talked at length earlier in the season about the different teams. I don't think either of us really expected La Quinta.
Oh,
and as they do it back.
Side, yeah.
But this time the Matadors falling on it, really no threat on that one.
Yeah, Coach Stewart didn't want to be left out of the onside wars. Yeah, I don't know if that'll continue much more here. Again, I know you got to try to do what you can to win a rivalry game here, but field position is always key in the game of football. And, starting the drives always around midfield, that's never good for your defense. But let's see if the Aztec defense can prove me wrong and get a quick stop.
So here we go. 4 wide receivers here for the Matadors are already in motion. Ethan Wynn drops back to pass. Has some time, lets it go. Not sure if that one slipped out of his hands or what, Dave, but.
Well, that pressure's getting to him. You can see that there is 5 La Quinta defenders in the backfield here, and everyone else, that means that you got 6 people that are rushing the passer there. That pressure definitely has gotten to Ethan Wynn on the last 2 throws, and it has affected his throw. So again, I would say if I'm Bolsa, I'm telling Ethan, you have free reign to scramble if you need to. If you feel that pressure start to run, he is definitely a weapon in that regard. Looks like we're going to have a timeout by La Quinta. Coach Stewart not happy with alignment. And we have our first time out of the game.
Now we see on the scoreboard there, it's only 2 timeouts on the Bolsa side, on the Bolsa side. The way the scoreboard is, timeouts for the teams are on the opposite side. So I think La Quinta now, no, that's actually Bolsa side. Bolsa has all 3 timeouts, right?
They just messed it up. We'll have to have them fix that.
Perhaps it wasn't reset from last night's game, and they're just not doing timeouts as they're not doing the yardage.
I think they just clicked the wrong button. And, we are right next to the La Quinta band here. We're going to be battling that sound all night long.
You know what? The last game we covered them, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, though. You feel that.
Makes it much more like a high school game.
Oh, yeah. You feel that energy from them. 4 wide receivers here for the Matadors. Referees taking their time. There we go. Now they're going to let them go. Zarate in motion, fake hand. Actually, handoff to David Nguyen over on the top side. Nice gain on that play, about 8 yards.
Yeah, another great tackle, that time by Cooper Starnes, number 8. So offensive star also playing defense. Great job tackling there one-on-one. Looks like we're going to end up with a 4th and short here.
This side of the field, of course, he's going to go for it.
Well, and as we've seen in previous games this season, I would imagine maybe a hard count coming. Let's see if we can get the yardage the easy way.
No, they got it. Wow. You know what we call that?
It is frustrating when we can call the play before it happens because we know what's coming and they still get them to jump.
That's free yardage on the house. Comped. You know how much it costs? 0, zilch, nada. Those are the best yards you can get, Dave. Don't have to really do anything. Save some energy and get a first down.
Well, you see a lot of teams do that. They rush to the line like they're going to run a play quick. It gets the defense antsy, and they're just looking to get a hard count. If they hadn't jumped there, they would have been looking to the sideline.
Ethan Nguyen drops back
to
pass.
He's got him.
That's complete to number 5.
Mark Navarro.
Navarro getting pushed out of bounds at about the 3-yard line, though.
Great
Just had
job.
a bad angle. Beautiful pass and nice catch.
Great touch on that pass from Nguyen. And again, Navarro found separation, able to snag that in. That's again, Bolsa is able to, even if they don't have success on 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, it doesn't matter. They're going to be able to find success one way or the other with Ethan Nguyen at quarterback.
And credit to Douglas Nguyen for making that touchdown-saving stop there. 4 wide receivers for the Matadors here. Nguyen hands it off to David Nguyen, tries to go up the middle. Swarmed by the Aztecs.
Yeah, I think he lost yardage there. Yeah, he lost a yard.
Says a lot, Dave, when you've got 3 of your offensive linemen looking back at you, getting tackled.
Yeah. We'll see if we, this might be a rollout here, I think. Might get a rollout to the right with Ethan Nguyen. Looks like they're setting up that protection. Here we go.
There he goes, rolls out to the right, has Zarate over on the right side. He missed him.
Uh-oh.
Incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's one where Ethan's got to see that it wasn't there initially. Again, rolling to the right, looking for that backside throwback. If it wasn't there, Ethan's just got to take off and run.
If we look at that replay, you'll see on the right side.
Yeah,
you had Zarate kind of open there in that corner, and he missed him. Just look back the other way. Maybe not. That wasn't where the play was designed to go.
No, I think it was. I think that was a design throwback, but it was covered well by La Quinta.
I'm talking about, so maybe it wasn't designed to go to Zarate. That's why he wasn't looking. So David Nguyen with the handoff, and they stopped him.
Yeah, 4th down.
So that play there by Douglas Nguyen.
Yeah.
To stop that touchdown, it might be big.
Saving tackles like we talked about in previous broadcasts. College coaches look for that stuff all the time because you never know when you just saved your team points, and certainly we'll see if that comes to fruition here. Bolsa going for it, though, on 4th down. No chance of a kick here. 4 wide receivers, single back. And the out.
There he goes. He's over the middle.
Oh, my
touchdown.
Gosh. That was a phenomenal catch by Mark Navarro. Couldn't get in on the deep pass before, but he converted right there. That was unreal. Let's see if we can. Oh, we just lost our camera there.
We'll go replay, though, but we'll get the camera fixed up right now.
Yeah, this is number 5 for Bolsa. A phenomenal catch. Probably can make a case for pass interference as well. But he caught that ball well away from his body, fingertip catch. Great job. So Mark Navarro with the 2 biggest plays on that drive there, both coming courtesy of passes from Ethan Nguyen. And again, Bolsa now up 14-7. Again, we have a fast tempo game. We're going to see how La Quinta responds here, see if Bolsa is going to kick deep or try another little squib onside hybrid. The technical know-how in the booth to get that camera back up fast.
They call those dummy batteries, Dave, and sometimes they're really smart, but sometimes they can be real dummies. So beautiful play there on 4th down. That was the second 4th down conversion on that drive for the Matadors, and they take a 14-7 lead here.
I'm impressed we've gotten 2 replays on this drive as well, too.
I think the replay system is in mid-season form here.
Yeah. There we go. A little pooch kick.
As now we're going back to more traditional kicks there.
Same idea, though.
Wow.
So, again, that pooch kick is the same idea that they had before, that they don't want to give it to their returners. They want to try to make those blockers that aren't used to getting the ball on that kickoff return, make them make a decision. Hey, am I going to try to catch this ball or have it go back? And, again, it works out. You're looking at Bolsa. La Quinta's starting position here is at the 30. That's not bad for high school football.
Bolsa was in this position last week. They led Los Amigos 14-7. Los Amigos went ahead and rattled off 39 unanswered points. Don't expect that to happen here, but just noting the similarity there. That pitch over to the right side. We got a big play.
Gone.
Cooper Starnes, a 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, La Quinta.
Oh, man,
just
Cooper
like
Starnes.
that.
Boy, they might be proving me wrong here. I think this tempo favors Bolsa, but La Quinta is answering back every single possession. What a great run there.
Slugfest. That was a heavy hit right there. Let's go. Let's see if we can get that replay. We might not get the whole thing. We got the end of it. I was too late. I was too in awe by that play. That was a beautiful run right up that right sideline. And again, that was the same play that they've been running, Dave, to the same side. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We have a tie game here at Bolsa Stadium, 14-all. Minute and 23 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 28 points. Exciting here.
Yeah, still not out of the first quarter yet. Again, as I mentioned before, La Quinta tries to be a little bit more methodical in their drives to eat up some of that time of possession. I don't think I would have guessed we would have had 28 points here in the first quarter.
Let's see what La Quinta does here on the kickoff, if they try to pooch it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping they kick it deep. I think it would be good for them field position-wise. Let their defense start to get into a position where they are starting out on their own side of the field. There we go.
Yep. But it's going to go out of bounds.
That's okay. Yeah, that gets them at the ball at the 35.
All right, now it's Bolsa's turn to answer back, and let's see what they can do here. They've been moving the ball through the air. La Quinta on the ground, so two contrasting styles here.
Well, and again, La Quinta's defense has played very well so far. It's been 2 big plays that Bolsa's been able to do to get their scores. 2 deep passes from Ethan Wynn, one to Eddie Zarate and one to Mark Navarro. And we have here the ball is not going to go in the 35.
Oh, they're going to re-kick?
Bolsa is making them re-kick, yeah. So this will be pushed back 5 yards here. And they will have La Quinta re-kick. So Bolsa is signaling that they want that ball. They want to try to get a return going.
Back deep to return that ball for the Matadors, Eddie Zarate. It looks like maybe number 11. Bolsa number is a little bit hard to read.
Palacios.
Is it Palacios?
Oh, no, sorry. That's for La Quinta.
That far guy looks like number 11. Yeah, so Mikey Haley.
Yeah, Palacios is kicking off for La Quinta here.
That's what I love about the Garden Grove League is a lot of these guys are out there getting big gains, scoring touchdowns and then kicking the ball off.
Same action here.
This time it stays inbounds, picked up by Zarate at the 30. He's at the 35.
Well, good call there by Coach Acosta having a re-kick. They are now at the 30. 37-yard line, so they gained 2 yards on that, with the chance, obviously, to break it open.
All right, so here we go. Let's see if what Bolsa has here in the cannon, what they're going to fire back with.
Yeah, we still haven't seen Ethan Wynn scrambling yet. Again, that's a huge part of his game, a huge part of Bolsa's success. So far, La Quinta has kept him bottled up.
Trips left for the Matadors. Ethan Wynn now dropping back the pass. Has some pressure.
Right on cue.
Gets away.
Yep,
lets
right
that ball
cue.
go. That's complete there to the right side. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Still not on his feet. And finally, not taken down, but just stood up. It's number 3, Rudy Camille on the reception.
Yeah, just as I talked about, again, La Quinta's getting pressure on Ethan, but he's able to break the pocket there, find an open receiver. Huge part of his game.
First down for the Matadors. 4 wide receivers. David Wynn in motion. He gets a little swing pass there to the left side, makes a move. Can't get away from the tackle. Beautiful tackle there by Cooper Starnes. Yeah, Cooper Starnes.
Yeah, I love him on defense tonight. Again, coming off of a long touchdown run, right back on defense, making a great open field tackle.
Ethan Wynn faked the handoff. Quick pass over, complete to number 5, Mark Navarro. Gets a gain of about 5 yards on the play. That's going to bring the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter, yeah. I'll give a little fodder here for in between the quarters. But we have a Garden Grove League coach who is texting me now. I won't say who, but gives a prediction for this game of Bolsa 34, La Quinta 26. And so far, that high-scoring affair could yield that. So we'll see. We'll see if that coach is correct. But certainly, like I said, this is much more high-scoring than I would have guessed so far.
Speaking of high-scoring, last week off on Friday out at Pomona High School, watching Covina and Pomona. Covina put up 70 points on Pomona, but Pomona put up about 35. So that was a lot of points, just a lot of touchdowns to go around. And this has it has the makings, right? I mean, you get 2 touchdowns each quarter. We might have,
Well, we knew this was going to be a close game no matter what. This was something where these 2 teams are. I don't really see either team pulling away at this point.
Not after what
we've seen. A long game, no. Yeah. But yeah, this is again, this is a battle for the final playoff spot, the final guaranteed playoff spot from the Garden Grove League, and you would expect it to be a drawn-out fight, and so far that's what it is.
Not only a final playoff spot, but for La Quinta, a share of the league championship on the line. I'm sure there's a few coaches out there, at least 2, who are rooting hard for Bolsa so they can keep a larger share of that Garden Grove League title. No, Coach Acosta's done a real good job with this Matador team over the last few years, kind of changing the culture here.
Absolutely. And here we go again. We got a 3rd and less than 5, and what do we see? A hard count. Yeah. For those
3 yards.
For those that don't know, a hard count is when they go on 2 or 3, down set, hut, and they get that defense to jump off sides. And as Mr. Morris said earlier, there's nothing better than free yardage to get you a first down.
And that's the kind of thing, they say not everything is free, but those yards, they're really free. There's no catch.
And again, I really suspect that Bolsa does not have a play called at that point. If the Quinta does not jump at that hard count, they're going to look to the sideline and get a new play call.
5 wide receivers here for Ethan Wynn. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself up the middle. Gain of about 8 yards on the play, so nice little run there. We've been talking about close games, Dave. There have been 9 Garden Grove League games featuring matchups between our district schools, and 6 of those 9 games have been one-score games.
Yeah, you mentioned I don't know if you said that yet tonight, but you were talking to me earlier about that, about the closeness of the games, and all of those point differentials combined were less than what Los Amigos beat Bolsa Grande by last week.
Yeah, I mean, which was it goes to show you just how surprised we really were, because that's not how the league had been trending.
Right.
You know, it had been trending really, 9 points, was the differential in a few other games, but
I think this might be a face mask here. But yeah, certainly another thing it showed, we talked about this last night, just how good Los Amigos can be when they're healthy.
Yeah.
Certainly when they weren't healthy, they were having close games, and when they've gotten healthy now, they have really taken control of the Garden Grove League. I am certainly looking forward to them in the playoffs. Looks like this is going to go against La Quinta.
So La Quinta kind of hurting themselves on this drive, allowing Bolsa to get some free first downs here. And now they're giving them the ball inside the 10-yard line, so it's going to be first and goal here.
Yeah, this gets a little bit more difficult here as you get, closer and closer to the goal line. There's less space to deal with we got Ethan Wynn coming
it's a
out.
little wildcat formation here. Fakes the pass. David Wynn takes himself. That's a high tackle.
Well, what you're seeing here is just like I was talking about, is there is not a lot of space to operate. Bolsa has been successful in this game by finding open space in the middle of the field, down the field. You don't have that now because of the back of the end zone. So this situation actually favors La Quinta a little bit. We saw it on the previous possession that Bolsa was down to a 4th and goal and had a great pass and catch by Ethan Wynn and Mark Navarro, but that was still on a 4th and goal. So I expect that this is still going to be tough for Bolsa Grande on these next couple downs here to punch it in. They just don't have the space anymore.
This kind of spacing is perfect for La Quinta. If they were down there, their offense is geared for small yards like that. Ethan Wynn takes it around the left side, makes a move, still on his feet. Gets taken down at about the 4-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal here.
Yeah, that's always a little awkward for a quarterback. Ethan Wynn's a right-handed quarterback, but he's rolling to his left. And so naturally to throw the ball, you have to kind of turn your body. Kind of feels like you're throwing back across your body. It's always a little awkward, but when you're playing on the right hash, it's kind of awkward also to roll to the right side. So you do see that happen from time to time.
So here we go, a 3rd down, about 4 yards separates the Matadors from the end zone. Let's see what they draw up here. 4 wide receivers here. Ethan Wynn drops back to pass.
Oh, it was covered.
Gets away from a tackle there. Touchdown, Eddie Zarate. He does a good job of staying in that pocket, Dave, and letting his play develop and finding his open guys.
Yeah, that was one. We talked about this last night with Santiago, throwing back across your body. That time it worked for Ethan Wynn. Most of the time it doesn't, but that was certainly a back across his body throw. But great job there, great movement.
It's like we've got a guest here, friend of the broadcast. We'll get him set up. We've got a new friend of the broadcast, so we'll get him set up here. Awesome. So we got the new Bolsa Grande boys basketball coach with us. Coach, you want to get the headset on and jump on here? Let's see. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's make sure you're up. There you go, Coach. So go ahead, introduce yourself to our viewers here and kind of go ahead and pump up the boys basketball program here.
We're really excited. I'm excited to be here. Centris Wynn, graduate of Bolsa Grande High School, class of 79. My family all graduated from Bolsa, so it's good to come back. We got a great group of guys, so we've been really excited, really been working really, really hard. So
that's what we like to see, a legacy hire, right?
He said class of 79, Dave. Do you believe that?
No.
70, I'm thinking 99, maybe, Coach, maybe.
79.
That's a fountain of youth right there, huh?
Yes, sir, and we're excited. This is a big game for us, so excited, to support the Matadors. And a couple players on the football team also play basketball, so we're really behind them trying to, get to the playoffs and keep pushing forward. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. A lot of our athletes kind of dabble in different sports, and Dave definitely knows of the basketball rosters.
Well, yeah, we've mentioned that before with Ethan Wynn, such a good athlete. Obviously good in basketball too. We mentioned that him and Mason Navarro are probably the two front runners for League Athlete of the Year. But certainly, very good in basketball. Obviously, as a alumni of Bolsa, you know about the rivalry with La Quinta, and we're out here seeing it now in football, and it's going to continue on into basketball season, obviously.
Yeah, it's definitely a rivalry. It's a rivalry in the school open, a rivalry when I graduated, and a rivalry in 2023.
Right.
So
it's the only one that survived, is what we talked about.
Yeah. It's the classic rivalry now that we don't have the Rancho Garden Grove one. But this is our second time covering it. It's one of those where if it's on the schedule next year, if they happen to be in the same league, we're going to cover it again because there's something special about, a rivalry game. They're unmatched.
Yeah, kids grow up together, play on the same Little League teams, play on the same Pop Warner teams, and then get opportunity to go to different high schools, but still maintain those relationships. And it just fosters good sports when they do get to the high school level. So
exactly, we definitely mentioned that they come up through the same schools, same intermediate schools, elementary schools, and they kind of split off. So what do you like? What have you seen so far? Have you liked what you've seen so far here tonight?
Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of offense. That's good. We're passing a lot tonight, so I think we have 3 touchdowns passing.
Yep.
Which I think is a little bit of a change. So, and La Quinta's doing a good job with the ball. A couple of long runs. So. That's what rivalries are, 21-14 in the second, and just hope the Matadors are standing at the end.
There we go. Yeah, we mentioned, this is the first time in a long time that these two teams are playing with just so much on the line, right, since 1987. The winner of this game is going to make the playoffs. La Quinta could clinch a share of the league championship. So, a very special game, and that's why I know we've been looking forward to it for the past few weeks, and we just had a feeling as the season went on that it was going to come down to this week. Unfortunately, last week, Bolsa with a little bit of a hiccup, a little bit of a stumble against Los Amigos, or else this would be probably the biggest game in the history of the rivalry here. But still, it means a lot nonetheless, and we're happy to be here and happy you're with us here in the booth. And definitely, we did some basketball games last year. Things have changed, and it's kind of going to make it almost impossible for us to do it. But we're thinking of something special, right, for the fall sports or the winter sports.
Yeah, I'll let the two coaches talk about it here. But obviously, Bolsa Grande basketball over the last really decade or more has really had some success. Started off here with another guy who's in here with us right now, the athletic director, Scott Snyder. Ran a very successful competitive program for years, and then passed on to Todd Haubrack, and now we're passing it on again. But certainly Bolsa.
Jackson Clark with a nice run there.
Yeah, Bolsa basketball has been a mainstay in terms of boys basketball at the top of the Garden Grove League for a number of years. So happy to see that continue on. I'm sure you got good plans for this upcoming season, right?
Oh, yeah. We plan on being very, very competitive, playing, probably different style, get up and down, play a lot of man-to-man, get out there and run. We got a good group of kids. We have more people come up the program than they have in the previous few years. We have about 50 kids in the program. So
that's awesome.
There's a lot of buzz around. So got a good staff, and we're just excited. Been spending time with the football guys. They have a great staff, so, we're in support of them, just trying to make that playoff run. And speaking to the coaches, it's a big deal to get here tonight, try to have a winning season. I think it's one of the first winning seasons for a long time. And second year in the playoffs, and like you said, La Quinta win a league championship. So it's a big night, and I'm just happy to be here. Great weather, and it's exciting. I appreciate you guys giving us this opportunity, to speak on the Matadors. And,
of course. We welcome it. We love it. This is we do these broadcasts. They're not for us, even though I like hearing myself talk a little bit, but it's mostly so we can get our schools up here and get them that publicity that they deserve. We always talk about the registers. They've got their Trinity League broadcasts, and they're focused on the Sunset League, the Freeway League, the Crestview League, and all those other leagues. And, if they're not going to come cover us, then we're going to do it ourselves. And it's something that I love doing. If I could, I would broadcast every sport. I would focus on that, a little bit hard, but no, we love doing it. We enjoy it. I love being out here, and you get to see these teams. And Bolsa, Bolsa players have actually been on our broadcasts, on their off nights in the chat and talking and rooting on their fellow league teams. So it's
very, very active on
very
their off
active
nights,
on the off nights.
Yeah, that says they're excited to play, but Yeah, it's going to be fun, and
Whoa, dangerous. Yeah, it's kind of a two-edged sword talking about basketball, football. Again, you like to have those multi-sport athletes, but the more successful that Bolsa is as a football team, the longer that it takes for those athletes to come to you as basketball. And so while you love that, you love to see them be successful in football, it also takes away from their time in basketball. Now, fortunately, that's you're still your preseason tournaments. They still have some time to work out the kinks there. But
yeah, and I think when you win, when you go this far, you bring that motivation of winning. You get a taste of the playoffs. You bring that to the court. And the two guys that we're basically waiting on are seniors, so they come in and they have a lot of experience in basketball. So it won't be a big hill for them to climb. So. We're excited. We'd rather have them win, keep on par in the CIF, and if we get 2 days with Ethan, he's pretty good. I think he'll adjust. And
winning breeds winning, right? That's what always happens.
I'll try tennis. I mean, I'm ready. We'll go water polo. We've actually talked about trying to do track and field. We've got some new technology that can help us with that.
Yeah, those tennis matches could be exciting, though. They really are.
You know what? They are intense. Sometimes I'll find myself, you turn on like the U.S. Open and you just watch those kind of preliminary matches, and they get pretty intense. Cooper Starnes with a nice run there.
Talking about tennis, I'll give a quick shout out to Kaylee Lamb from Rancho Alamitos, who is the singles champion for the 4th year in a row. She won it as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and now senior. And she will be going out. I know Rancho is very proud of her for that. So give a quick shout out there to Kaylee Lamb.
All right. We've got Scott jumping on the headphones here.
Sorry, I had to jump on the tennis bandwagon there.
There we go.
Yesterday out there watching the league finals, our head coach, who can talk to the teams on the changeovers, had his hands full because we had 2 doubles.
Touchdown.
That's going to be a touchdown, La Quinta.
Cooper Starnes and another touchdown. Back and forth action continues. Go ahead, Scott.
We had, in the semifinals, we had 2 sets of doubles teams, and in the semifinals for the singles, we had 2 of them in there as well. And one of our girls made it through, Katie Vone, made it through to the finals for the girls, and when she ran into the spectacular Rancho player.
Kaylee Lamb, yeah.
And she's only a sophomore, so she's gained some valuable experience, hopefully be able to take that over to next year.
Here we go with La Quinta looking to tie it up here with a PAT. And that's good. Tie ball game here. 4 minutes and 31 seconds left to go here in the first half. Yeah, this is around the time where a lot of our other sports are wrapping up, and we've had volleyball just wrapped up. Unfortunately, all our teams out of the playoffs, and water polo wrapping up. We crowned some league champions this week, right?
Yeah, La Quinta won for boys water polo, so they're league champs. And you have second place is Los Amigos, who traditionally has won the league. And then you have Garden Grove and Pacifica that'll make playoffs. So we got 4 teams of ours that are going to the postseason for water polo. Those drawings come out tomorrow at 10. And then football drawings come out Sunday at 10. So we will know placement for both water polo and football this weekend. And then tennis comes out on Monday. And so we'll see Bolsa Grande tennis again finish second in Garden Grove League. They will get their playoff draw come Monday, I think in the morning. I think at 10 a.m. as well. Of course, tennis is a different beast because they have their team playoffs, and then they also have their individual playoffs. Looks like another onside kick here from La Quinta.
And let's see.
Going to get Bolsa.
Yeah,
going to get
we got a
Bolsa
flag on
great
the play.
field position. Yeah. This is probably an offsides, which Bolsa would decline.
Yep, is signaling that way. Like how both coaches kind of going after it. So, Coach, going back to basketball, what's kind of your philosophy? Do you have like a team motto that you kind of preach out to your guys?
I think just, work hard, just, if you're going to play man, play a lot of guys. The harder you work, the more guys you need to play. And we have, 14 guys on the roster. So the harder they work, we try to play 10, 11 guys, you know, and like I said, the guys that aren't in another sport have been in the gym. So to see our 2 guys, we got Dylan Nye out here, number 32 out here. He's doing a good job on the defensive, playing a little linebacker and defensive end, and he's been able to make some plays. So when those guys come, Ethan and Dylan, get in there, you know, they'll be what they played in the summer,
right?
You know, so there's some familiarity. So we'll be able to keep it going. But our philosophy is just really play hard. We kind of open up on offense, give them the opportunity to shoot it. We try to shoot the ball quick. We try to get many shots during the game as we can, so we're not a slowdown.
Ethan's gone.
Whoa, here you go.
Wow, there we go.
Gone.
We got
Oh,
a touchdown, Bolsa.
Yes.
We'll wait a little bit,
Yes.
hit that touchdown. Let's go to that replay there. Vincent, let's take a look at that nice run here.
Yeah, this is part of the game that we talked about that Ethan Wynn is a huge part of his game, is the running part here. Just a simple little rollout run.
Oh,
Cut back.
Good
There he
vision.
goes,
Good
yeah.
vision on that run. And just like that, the Matadors take the lead right back. You know, a lot of people look at basketball and they tell themselves, oh, I could do that. I could do that. You know, I started playing basketball in a rec league. And the first time I played more than 5 minutes inside and I was running, my lungs were on fire. And I considered myself in somewhat shape. But it's really a sport. If you're not in good condition.
Well, I talk about that all the time as a district AD when I'm comparing sports and whatnot. And again, you take a sport like basketball versus football. Well, in football, you can be good if you can just run fast and run in a straight line. You can find a spot and you can be really good. Basketball, you can't do that. You have to have so many different skills to be able to function in basketball that it's not something that you can just say, I've never played before. Can I come out and be good? You can't.
Yeah.
You got to have years and years of practicing footwork, dribbling, shooting, all of that.
In football, you can juke someone out easily.
Yeah.
You can juke someone out in basketball, but you need to be dribbling that ball at the same time and making sure that you're watching your surroundings.
Well, even again, you take a lineman in football and you go, hey, I can't run very fast. I can't catch. I can't but, hey, I can go hit people hard. Yeah, you can be good then. You can be great. But you go to basketball, if you have someone that says, I can't dribble, you're going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
You're really going to have a hard time.
You can't set screens all game. You're going to have to move.
That's right.
Try and help us move the ball
Although
around.
there are a lot of people, again, my daughters are and my kids are starting to play basketball now, and that's what I tell them is hey, until your skills start to develop, you got to find ways. Go get loose balls, get rebounds, play good defense.
Do the dirty work.
Yeah.
Correct. So
Just
you
find
can
a way to get on the court.
You can still be specialized there, but again, if you specialize on defense but you turn the ball over on offense, you're not playing.
Yeah,
you got to be able to be quiet on one end and loud on the other.
You can't cancel yourself out by getting a steal and then giving it right back.
Yeah, but it's a big skill in football, being able to stand there and take a hit,
Yeah.
or deliver a hit, and catch the ball and get hit. So they both have their main points.
Another big run here by La Quinta, Cooper Starnes.
And this is we have not seen a shootout like this so far in the Garden Grove League. We are certainly saving the best for last.
Fireworks on Championship Friday here on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football.
Yeah, this is something, again, you got to watch for here. We've talked about this on previous broadcasts, but La Quinta took the ball to start the game, so Bolsa's going to get it at the start of the second half. If La Quinta scores too quick here, Bolsa might have a chance to get a 2-for-1.
Yep.
There's Jackson Clark.
Keeps it himself, gets out of bounds. Yeah, this is very, very much the makings of a classic. You've got two teams who do not want to lose this game. So, Coach, you're coming in. Your first year back is the last year in the Garden Grove League. Have you kind of been sneaking in a little bit like, hey, guys, it's the last one. Let's try and take it and be the last champion?
Yeah, I mean, I think our number one goal is, with some good seniors, a lot of juniors, is come back and establish what Coach Snyder had and winning league championships first. So he put a staple on, set that standard of winning championships. So that's where we want to get to, where we win a league championship and hang that banner and then move on from there.
Yeah, there you go. And it's always good to kind of look back at the history to try and get that inspiration, right? To understand, especially like if you're La Quinta and you're Bolsa, you try and look past the recent years, right, where maybe it wasn't good, and you look back to those teams from the 80s. For La Quinta, they can go back to 2017, and you try to draw inspiration from that and try to say, you know what, we can do that again. And more often than not, you see Coach Acosta's kind of changed that culture around here, and it's really like he's got these kids believing and buying in, and it really works.
Yeah, and you see Coach Acosta when football was down for a little bit of time, but I'm fortunate to see him on campus and see the work and see. It's not just the work on the field; it's building those relationships with the parents and the fans. And I know they have some great fundraising events. So just getting everybody to buy into not just building a program, but building that community.
Yeah.
And of all the coaches, we build a relationship, supporting each other. We have a good working relationship. I actually called him the night before the game. He called me back. I said, just good luck.
There you go.
He invited me to speak on their first game. So when coaches can, work for each other, share the kids, and have the best for the program, then you have a really good sports program.
And like you said, and it's more than just your sport. It's building that campus-wide connection, that community, and to go and support each other, go to your games and go to each other's games and be loud and make noise and bring that energy.
Yeah, that's how you sustain success over the long run.
Yeah.
You can come in, you can have a coach come in that doesn't care about all that stuff, and they might have one good year that they have the right players, but they're not going to sustain success. What you're talking about is absolutely what you need for, hey, we're in this for the long haul. We're changing the culture. This is going to be a culture of winning. Again, talking about just Bolsa with football, they haven't had that culture of winning. Coach Acosta's done a great job. Bolsa basketball has had a culture of winning now for a long time. They really have. They've got a good foundation there.
Yeah, and it's like I said, all his coaches, I can see their dedication. It's kind of fun. And they even came to some of our summer league games in the gym.
Oh, that's
just
big.
To have coaches sharing information.
Touchdown.
And having fun.
Touchdown, La
Alex
Quinta.
Tran. Yeah, Alex Tran. Some great runs tonight. Gets rewarded with a touchdown.
This is going to be a high score.
Yes.
Yep. And the pendulum swings right back to the
56 points before
That's
that.
what I was going to say. We are on pace now
Yeah.
for this to be a 56-56 ending, at this point. So, but again, like we talked about, still 2 minutes left. That's a lot of time for Bolsa to come down the field. They might get a chance for a 2-for-1 score right before halftime, and then they get the ball back to start the second half.
2 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter, so plenty of time for the Matadors to make something happen. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Tie ball game here at Bolsa Stadium. Let's go ahead and let's get this booth cam on here, Coach. We're going to get the booth cam on.
Get you a quick introduction.
We'll get over here to move over that way. Yeah, it's a little confusing. There we go. I'm 6 foot, Coach. You got to be at least. we've been talking about it. There's been a few players that I've seen 5'3", and I didn't believe it. Dave measured a student or a player at Santiago. He said he was 6'4", so he went and measured him. Came back. He said, "Yeah, I almost went down and measured those kids. Like if you're lying about being 5'3", you can't take an inch off. So." Coach is really tall here.
I'm still doing 6'3".
There we go. See,
Yeah.
that's a good foot there.
It's the perfect height. I'll tell you, as someone who's 6'3", I think it's the perfect height. So.
There you go. Yeah.
I think it's an optical illusion.
You know what it is? It's like with how you've got you see Russell Wilson and Sierra did that where they were about the same height.
Yeah, we'll make Mr. Moore feel real.
We'll really do this here. Let's see.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah. This is a new addition to the stream here.
Yeah,
We
here's
got Scott.
Snyder.
Here we go. There we go. It's beautiful. We'll go back to the main feed there, Vincent. There we go. Vincent doing a great job there running our graphics board, making my life easier. Kaylin, of course, doing a fantastic job on camera. And we talk a lot about athletics on here, but these two are, they put the scholar in scholars. Both AP students here. For some reason, the AP students love to come and help on these streams. I don't know where they find the time. It's crazy. I barely have the time and doing a fantastic job. Here we go, Ethan Wynn dropping back the pass. Nice little dump off to Zarate. He's got a first down, stays in bounds, tries to make a move, still on his feet, and takes a nice little hit.
Big hit there.
Vincent's one of my
Augustine Hernandez on that hit.
Yeah, Vincent knows me, Coach Snyder here. Yeah.
Vincent.
He mentioned he dropped your name earlier to Kaylin. He's like, yeah, I know people here. I'm important. I ran things in the locker room. It was a direct quote.
Looks like we got a timeout, La Quinta here. That should be their second timeout of the half. They should have one left. Coach Stewart want to make sure that he's got everyone in line, does not want to give up a score here.
Yeah, important to come out of that half tied and not giving the Matadors a chance to go up 2 scores.
Well, we talked about all the time, the adjustments that happen at halftime, and it is a different game in the second half. And if you can go in and you're basically starting at 0-0 and make your adjustments, you feel good. But if you're going in down, that's never something that you want as a coach.
So I'm going to check on something here.
Oh, we should get some scores here. I haven't got some scores.
While you do that, I'm trying to go. I'm going to do something we haven't done here, since we do have a high-scoring game. We covered La Quinta and Bolsa basketball. That game ended 58-41 La Quinta. We might threaten that. We might get more points in the football game than the basketball game.
Higher scoring, than that basketball game, yeah.
That pass complete to the left side. Zarate again.
Still a lot of time.
Definitely a lot of time. And, Bolsa's got quick strike abilities here. So if Ethan gets enough time in that backfield and he gets a receiver going over the top there, he's going to be able to get this in the end zone. And that's definitely within his power there.
Yeah, certainly a strong arm.
And there we go. Speaking of strong arm, he lets that one go.
Yeah.
No flags on the play.
Double coverage there from La Quinta. They sniffed that play out.
Yeah, you definitely want to know where Zarate is at all times.
I know Coach Wynn is very active with our alumni.
Okay.
And shared the link with our Bolsa Grande alumni group on Facebook. Over 1,700 strong on there.
I love that. Yeah, we've got 107 viewers right now, 330 views. We tried to challenge people to get here in the stadium last night. Didn't work. So, I'm just going to challenge the Bolsa people to get online right now. I'll tell you what, Los Amigos, they attract people to our streams. We get a lot of people from Los, and I know Bolsa doesn't want to be outshined, or La Quinta. So go ahead and share this stream out to your neighbors, your cousins, your aunts. I always say your dog groomer, your postman.
Yeah, going to be a 4th down here for Bolsa coming out. They're obviously going to go for it. Obviously, most important thing here is getting the first down. So just a quick, easy 4th and 2. Get that first down and worry about the clock after.
And we've seen them convert on their last 2 4th down tries. One was a touchdown.
I'm going to go ahead and say hard count right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about that for the last 2 nights. No hard count, but he drops back to pass, takes it. Oh, look at that shifty. He's got a first down. Nice move, still on his feet. Ethan Wynn, do not count him out. Look at that second effort, Dave. We always talk about it. That got him close to the red zone.
2 broken tackles there on nice moves. Again, as we mentioned multiple times tonight, a big part of his game is that scramble ability. La Quinta brought the pressure on that, had him surrounded. Should have been a sack for loss, but Ethan Wynn able to create and give them a first down with 1:10 left here. Bolsa Grande takes a timeout. They still have 2 left. They are sitting pretty to get another score here to end the half.
Now, I was going to give the clock, the clock man some props here, but I think they stopped the clock because of the timeout, not of the first down.
I thought it might have been Snyder earlier who was running the clock. But
yeah.
It can't be him now. He's in
That's
here.
basketball. That's If you look in the background there to the right on your screen, you see our baseball outfield. Our coach has been out there for about 5 hours today reseeding the infield. So he's also had the mound rebuilt from some of the Angel, or what do you call them? The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim of Orange County.
That's bad, though.
What's that?
That's bad. You don't want that dirt. I'm a Dodger fan.
It's overused, definitely.
We mentioned that last time. I think was that last week we were talking about that, and Coach Johnson, what a great job he does there on that field.
Props to Kalen on the camera for getting us that shot. Ethan Wynn rolls out to his right. He's got a man in the open. That's Zarate. Oh, just overthrown.
Yeah, we had mentioned that. We might see that a couple more times here. Bolsa Grande right now on the left hash, being able to roll out to the right side. It's going to be much more natural for Ethan to choose whether to run or pass on that. We'll see if we have a couple more rollouts here.
You are tuned in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. We're here with Bolsa Grande new boys varsity basketball coach, Coach Wynn here, and Dave Mameli, of course. Scott over here, Bolsa Grande athletic director, making moves.
Enjoying a big-time game on a Friday night, high school football, 28-28.
There we go, living up to the billing. I've been hyping this game up for a few weeks, and it's living up to it, that's for sure. Double handoff there. Zarate around the left side.
Great tackle.
Nice tap, and he's going to get out of bounds.
Cooper Starnes, I got to give credit to again. Great tackle there. He is flying all over the field, offense and defense. But yeah, a little trickery there. Again, that double handoff, that reverse play that comes out, running that into the boundary. So again, they were taking the idea that I had that, hey, they're going to roll out to the wide side of the field here a couple times. Coach Acosta probably thought, hey, La Quinta thinks that as well too. Let's have a reverse back into the boundary. But Cooper Starnes too fast on that to be able to let that get past him.
You know what? Getting it done on offense and defense, Dave, I would probably say he's up there for in the running for league MVP, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Especially if they win tonight, you would imagine that's got to be a strong consideration, especially considering somebody like Mason Navarro hasn't been at full strength during the league season.
Ethan drops back to pass, lets that one go. Ooh, incomplete. That pass intended for number 2, Jacob Ortiz. It's going to bring up a 4th down, but no sweat for the Matadors. They've been able to take care of business on 4th down in their last 3 tries.
Talking about league MVP as well, I'm sure we won't miss out on Rancho either. I'm sure Rancho would have a say in who the league MVP should be. Again, maybe somebody like Jesus Diego. Chuy Diego would be a good running for that. But yeah, we'll have to see. Again, big part of that is going to be how tonight finishes.
48 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
Another big 4th down, as you've mentioned, Maura. Bolsa Grande's had converted their last 3 4th downs, so they're looking to go 4 for 4 here on a 4th and 10 with 48 seconds left. I believe that is Bolsa's last timeout. Is that right, Scott?
It looks like it was, yeah. It was their 3rd timeout.
Yeah. Well, again, as we mentioned, they're kind of to the point in the field now where if they convert this and get the 1st down, timeouts are going to be less of a premium. I would imagine they are going to pass the ball. And so really being scrunched up to the end of the field here, it's either an incomplete or a touchdown. And so time doesn't become that much of a factor when you get down to this point with the type of offense that Bolsa Grande runs. But as always, the most important thing here, they got to get that 10 yards. They can't be thinking touchdown necessarily. They got to get the 10 yards, get a 1st down.
I think more pressure on La Quinta here, knowing that they will not be getting the ball to start the second half. 4 wide receivers here for Ethan Wynn.
Oh man, there's 5 yards. Free yards, yep.
You know, those cost nothing.
You know, next year when we do our media day with the Garden Grove League, we are going to have a clinic on hard counts.
Breaking news.
To make sure that they do not
Breaking news. Media day. We are working to have a media day next year.
Also would prefer that not to be part of the training.
Yeah. Well,
about 10 of those.
Yeah, you had him on the other end. Well, Los got you on a couple last week.
Here you go. Matadors dropping back to pass. 4th and 5.
There it is on the cross.
Go. Is he going to get stopped? Still on his feet. He's just short.
Yeah, that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Great stop by the Aztecs. Okay, Dave. 38 seconds left to go. What do you do if you're Coach Stewart?
If I'm Coach Stewart, I give it to Cooper Starnes, and if he breaks it, great. If not, then he's going to hold on to the ball, and I'll go into halftime tied 28-28.
If I'm Coach Acosta, I'm putting 10 guys on the right side of the field because La Quinta has been favoring that left side all night.
I was a basketball coach. I do the box of 1 right here. Running back. I don't know what you call it on the football field.
Spy, you call it a spy. Yeah. There we go. Cooper Starnes.
Here we go. He's got some room.
Yeah.
Still on his feet. Driving.
Clock will stop to move the chains. Looks like we do have a timeout. So La Quinta took a timeout there.
How many timeouts do Quinta have left?
I think La Quinta might have one left.
Yeah, unsure. Either 0 or 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is something we might see as we've mentioned before in the broadcast. Again, Jackson Clark, certainly a capable passer. With Coach Stewart taking a timeout, maybe they're drawing up a pass play here. Or maybe they just give it to Cooper Starnes and roll the dice and say, hey, he can break one again.
Why not? Or maybe you let Jackson kind of try and catch the defense sleeping, and
or again, we haven't mentioned him tonight. We've been talking throughout, but Alex Tran for La Quinta, number 4, has had a great game as well running the ball. So La Quinta kind of a three-headed monster here tonight between Jackson Clark, Alex Tran, and Cooper Starnes. Any one of them can make a big play here.
Here we go, 32 seconds left to go here in the second quarter, all tied up here at Bolsa Stadium. Clark gets the snap, pitches it out to Starnes. Starnes, 10 yards on the play.
Stop the clock.
What's that? How do you stop the toss? Yeah, you gotta have outside contain on that.
Here we go, second down, about 3 yards to go, 27 seconds left. La Quinta doing a good job managing the clock here, running out of bounds. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, don't count out Coach Stewart. I can tell you in their game against Los Amigos earlier this year, I was a little worried they were going to run out of time with their clock management, and Coach proved me wrong. And like we mentioned, was able to come back and beat Los Amigos.
This would be a good time for that halfback pass, Dave.
Yeah, although Bolsa knows that's coming. But let's see. They knew it was coming before. Halfback toss. Then Mr. Moore calls it.
Incomplete. Sometimes I make myself look like a genius.
Great call.
There we go. I have to say, though, Dave has a knack for being able to call hard counts. And when we have Los Amigos on the stream, those QB sneaks.
Those are pretty easy to call. Yeah, the Los push. Yeah,
now, I said it last night. They actually do it with just straight momentum. They don't have that cheating Philadelphia style, you know.
Third down here.
He runs so well, Dave. He's such a good runner.
He does. Looks like we're going to have a spike here, maybe.
So La Quinta with no timeouts, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so quick spike there. Yeah, that'll give them a chance here to, maybe try to get something over the middle. Maybe just another Starnes long run, and then they might have enough time to try something for the end zone.
Ball at the 50-yard line right now. Maybe get a quick pass or a nice little run to get them, 10, 15 yards and be able to take a more comfortable shot to the end zone.
Yeah, again, if they do something over the middle, they have to know now at this point, hey, it's sprint to the line and we're going to clock that ball. We're going to, down that ball real quick and see what we can get. But, yeah, I try to get something right around the 35-yard line here.
Palacios in motion. Clark drops back to pass.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
And that's going to probably bring us to the end of the half. And that will, as we're all knotted up here at Bolsa Stadium. Halftime, Coach Wynn, Coach Snyder, if you guys want to head back to the field, feel free. We thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for the time.
Definitely great meeting you.
Hope to see you guys at a game, do a game somehow, some way.
We're going to figure out a way. Yeah, we're going to figure out a way to cover our fall sports, that's for sure. So, we'll see you soon. Coach Snyder, thank you as always. And we're going to go into halftime here. We'll be right back, and we'll keep the camera on the field. Looks like we're going to have a performance here by the La Quinta Marching Band. Okay, you know what? You couldn't hear me, but you can hear me now. We are back from halftime. Thank you for letting me know, Justin, in the chat. I was muted, but we are back here at Bolsa Stadium. David Morrow, Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics. High school football, I was saying, we've had ourselves a great game so far here in the first half, all knotted up at 28 for Bolsa. It's been fourth down conversions that have really kept them in this game. For La Quinta, it's been a heavy dose of Cooper Starnes running the football and making things happen. Dave, your thoughts on the first half so far?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I thought a high-scoring affair would favor Bolsa, but La Quinta has been there step for step, punch for punch, so to speak, and has matched them in their intensity. Like you said, Cooper Starnes having a fantastic game on offense and on defense. For the Matadors, obviously, Ethan Wynn is their catalyst. He's having a great game along with Zarate and forgetting
Navarro. Did you say Navarro?
Yeah,
Navarro's been doing great too.
But certainly looking really good. Exciting game. If this is the last game of the Garden Grove League for football, we are ending on a great one.
You know, we haven't really been talking about it that much, but of course the last game of the Garden Grove League as we know it, as next year we'll be moving into a brand new, all 100% fresh landscape in high school football here in Southern California. Everything based on CalPrep's rankings from the previous 2 years. So these two teams might not even be facing off next year unless they end up in the same league or they schedule each other for a non-league matchup.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what the non-league schedules look like, because again, you really can't make a non-league schedule until you know your league schedule, and that's going to be taking place early December. They'll have their league opponents at that point. But yeah, we would certainly like to see this rivalry continue in a non-league format. It is possible, though, obviously, with all of our teams jumbled together with the CalPreps rating, we could see some Garden Grove League matchups still next year in football. You know, again, if your CalPreps rating is a -20 and your opponent, and if La Quinta is -20 and Bolsa is -21, they're probably going to be in the same league for football.
And who knows, you know, in a few years you might have Garden Grove and Pacifica ending up in the same league one more time, as their numbers are kind of close right now.
That would be great.
Garden Grove at a 12 or an 11, and right now Pacifica at a 13. Of course, what happens tonight is going to change everything, but that would be definitely great to see some of our schools still in the same leagues. We'll be able to get some of those traditional Garden Grove League matchups mixed in with some new teams that we haven't seen. So either way, it's going to be exciting. But we've got a whole half left of football here. If La Quinta wins, they get a share of the league championship alongside Rancho and Los Amigos. If Bolsa wins, they're in the playoffs for the second year in a row. The first time that they've made the playoffs it would be the first time that they made the playoffs 2 years in a row since the late 80s. So an exciting game.
Yeah, certainly a lot riding on it for the loser as well. If you lose this game, you are not guaranteed entry into the playoffs. So they will have to go for an at-large. And so both of these teams have had great years so far. Certainly we expected them to be in the playoffs, and a lot to fight for, because the loser has a good chance maybe of not making the playoffs.
And that would be heartbreaking for La Quinta.
Yes.
They started the season at 3-1, one of their best starts in a very long time. For Bolsa, you've gone this whole way playing some really good football. You're at 5 and 4. You know, one win, and you're above 500 for the first time since 1987. And one game is going to turn a great season into a gut-wrenching, heartbreaking season.
Right.
And they're playing like that right now. They're both playing like they want to win this game. It's been a heavyweight a battle, so to speak. And again, we've had, 56 points here scored in the first half.
You know how things usually go with that now is we might end this game 35-28. We might start to see some defense here in the second half.
Yeah, we'll see what adjustments the coach has made. We've got La Quinta out here lined up for the kickoff, so let's get you back into game action here at Bolsa Stadium, as we will get the camera back to the main field here, and we will continue the action. And there we go. And that's not field goal Aztecs, so we're going to, there we go.
Maybe a prognostication there.
Yeah, the computer making a little bit of a prediction here.
While we are starting to hear the second half, quick updates on scores for our other district games. Pacifica is up 13-0 right now in Valencia. So the Mariners are fulfilling a prediction that I thought they were going to win tonight. Don't have a score from Grove, but we are assuming it is a lot to a little, Garden Grove to Catella.
And all due respect to Catella, but definitely not in the same league, even though they're in the same league as Garden Grove.
Yeah, not this year. This year, again, they've had a hard time against their opponents.
The Matadors returning that kickoff to the 35-yard line, so that's where they will start their first drive of the second half. Story of the first half has been a lot of Matador passing and fourth down conversions. As satisfied as Coach Acosta is, I'm sure he would like to get first downs before that fourth down play comes up. David Nguyen on the carry gets a gain of about 3 yards. Look out for Zarate, number 14 here on the bottom of your screen. He's been one of Ethan Nguyen's favorite targets all night, but no, that time pass goes to number 8. Wow. Still on his feet. Second effort, we preach it. We love to see it. That reception by Joey Sangentino. And again, you know what? I want to challenge everyone in the chat to get these views up to 1,000. We're at 514 right now. If you get us up to 1,000, you will beat our single game viewership record. So a little challenge for you. If anyone can do it, it's La Quinta and Bolsa. David Nguyen with the carry. Takes to the right side. Looks like he might have the first down.
I think he does, yep.
One thing I'll say, so I work for the Public Information Office here at Garden Grove Unified. We do a lot of social media campaigns. And the school that by far takes care of business when it comes to challenges and getting likes and followers and things like that, La Quinta. Yeah. Big time. So again, I challenge you out there. Let's get these views up. Also, don't forget to subscribe here to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. Dave's always posting amazing content over there, updating everyone on all the sports. You've got volleyball, basketball coming up. You've got water polo. He'll do swimming, everything under the sun and indoors as well. Of course, girls and boys soccer coming up in just a few weeks. Boys and girls basketball starting up as well. We've got 2 wrestling programs. We got 2, right, Dave? No, not 3 anymore?
Sorry, say that again.
Wrestling?
Yeah, we have 3.
3, so Santiago still has their program?
Yeah, Santiago, Garden Grove, and Pacifica.
They've been in with a nice carry there on second down.
Yeah, Santiago, since the Garden Grove League does not have wrestling, Santiago is part of the Orange Coast League for wrestling right now.
You know, we talk a lot about teams that sustain a good amount of success, and Santiago definitely a wrestling school.
Yeah, they've had success with girls wrestling the last couple of years as well too.
There you go. Yeah, and of course Garden Grove has their fair share of girl wrestlers as well. Ethan Nguyen rolling out to pass, calling some shots. He lets that one go deep. He's got a man. Oh. That's complete.
Great coverage, but a better catch.
Number 5, Mark Navarro. There's that name again.
Yeah, Navarro having a fantastic game. And that catch is there included. Again, that looked to be like coverage from Douglas Nguyen. I thought the coverage was great there.
That was. You could not get any better than that. Other than taking that pass interference.
That has certainly been the difference in this game so far for Bolsa, though, is those big plays. Again, Navarro has been a part of at least 3 of those. But long passes down the field. Other than that, La Quinta has been playing pretty good defense, even though they've allowed 28 points. It's been those big plays that have hurt them.
Here we go, Matadors. 1st and 10, Ethan Nguyen taking it himself, putting some moves on, getting that ball all the way down to the 2-yard line. So just like that, first drive of the second half, and the Matadors back to business. Running and throwing this time.
Yeah, quick set to the line here. Going to be a quarterback sneak maybe. There it is. And he's in.
Touchdown Bolsa as they take the lead here.
Yeah, fast start for the Matadors coming out here in the second half. My hopes of a defensive struggle in the second half, take a big hit there. La Quinta's got to respond here, but yeah, we might be looking at a 60-60 game here in a couple minutes.
Here we go, the kick is up. It's good. 35-28, Matadors take the lead here.
Again, we've had, I don't know if we have had a single normal kickoff yet this game.
I think we had one, but it went out of bounds.
So that's not normal, yeah. So
Yeah.
so let's see if we can have a kick to the returners at this point. But I'm going to guess no. I'm going to guess there's going to be some kind of pooch here.
Speaking of returners, back deep to return here for the Aztecs, Cooper Starnes. And I want to say number 2, Kyle Huang.
Yeah, I don't know if I would kick it to Cooper Starnes either. I think
No.
that's probably a good
Yeah.
call. There they go, and they go
Wow.
the opposite.
Yeah, Kyle Huang on the return. Returns it at about the 8-yard line, or gets at the 8-yard line, takes it to the 20.
So we did get a normal kickoff.
That was a normal kickoff and a decent return of about, say, 13 yards or so, maybe 15, something. 1st and 10 for the Aztecs. They've been able to answer every Bolsa score, and let's see if they can do so one more time here. You know, Dave, if you're both coaches, you have to be pretty happy with what you've been seeing from your offenses.
Yeah, certainly. And maybe not so with
Not
with
so
your
much for you,
defenses. Yeah, but certainly your offense, you've been able to do what you want. As we see here again, this is exactly what La Quinta wants. Handing that ball off to Cooper Starnes and getting 12 or 13 yards apiece. Boy, they'll take that any day of the week.
I have to point out, 3 guys in front of Starnes trying to pave the way there.
Yep.
I think that's been key to their running, is you've got guys getting downfield trying to clear the way. And, you know, you leave it up to him. If he's going to be one-on-one with someone, I'm going to give that edge to him. First and 10, Aztecs here from their own 40-yard line, 41-yard line. Hand off to Starnes again. Left side on his feet at the 50. Goes out of bounds standing up at the Matador 40-yard line. So big gain on that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not tracking stats here, but I'm wondering what his carries are now in this game.
He's got to be over 100 yards by now.
Oh,
he had that long,
certainly,
that long run.
But his usage, he might be getting close to 20 carries at this point. By the end of the game, he might be over 30.
You know, that's what this offense is kind of built for, right? Just kind of workhorse. You let your running back take the brunt of those carries, and every now and then you pitch it to someone else. Like right there, number 4, Alex Tran on the carry. You mentioned him earlier.
Yeah, he's having another great game as well. Looks like we got a little injury here, maybe a cramp, hopefully not an ankle.
He pops up. That's Alex Tran. He's running it, kind of walking it off, jogging it off there.
Yeah, I think that's an ankle tweak.
You know what? This is probably one of those games, Dave, where these players are not going to let anything keep them out.
The adrenaline is so high that he probably doesn't feel that too much. He'll probably feel it tomorrow morning, but not so much right now.
Yeah. And he'll probably feel a lot better tomorrow morning if they're able to leave here with a victory and a share of that league title. Clark keeps it himself. Looks like he was going to pass. Protection breaks down, still on his feet, and he's sacked for a loss on the play. You know, Dave, I wouldn't be surprised. We might see our first overtime game here tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's where it's trending. Of course, I want to take this time right now to thank everyone who's tuned in with us all season. Our last broadcast here of the season, we can broadcast playoff games. But thank you to everyone, all the support that Dave and I have got from not only our viewers, but from our school administrators, our district administrators, to allow us to bring you this action week in and week out. And, of course, our student helpers here, Kaylin and Vincent, who have done a great job learning on the fly here, no training.
Yeah, definitely. Again, I will speak on behalf of David Mora. He does a lot of the work here to make this happen. But as he mentioned, it is a team effort. We do have our student supporters here. And again, giving props to our district because they are very supportive of this happening. They love to see it. And we're very thankful to allow it to happen and bring it to you. And we look forward to continuing this on in some format for winter and spring as well.
It's definitely our goal to bring you all some engaging content and to keep our athletes kind of in the forefront there and to give them the shine and recognition that they deserve. Yeah, I'm in the fortunate position to be able to promote our scholars and our athletes. And our scholar athletes are all one and the same. All of these athletes are in class every day. Of course, spending all that extra time outside of class at practice and here in the summer and putting in all that work. And on nights like this is when all that hard work pays off. And we're seeing two teams right now give some great effort. La Quinta driving the ball now at the Matador 25-yard line. 1st and 10 here. This quarter going by a little bit quickly. We're halfway through it. So the scoring has kind of slowed down. A lot of running here in the second half, Dave. Not too much passing. We had that one long pass play by Bolsa, but that was set up by a few run plays.
Yeah, this is just, again, this is more of the La Quinta that I expected tonight, of just the slow, methodical driving. And that again, does eat up more clockage there. I wouldn't say we slowed down from a play standpoint, just more from a time standpoint.
Yeah, more of a kind of a tempo. And, you know, like it might kind of switch, and is this going to be in La Quinta's favor, you know, if they can get a stop and tie the game up. Jackson Clark keeps that one, gets not too much. It's 3rd down and 5 now. Again, Aztecs kind of, you know, controlling tempo right now.
Yeah, they got a big 3rd down here. 3rd and 6, though. Alex Tran looks like he is going to be right at the line to gain. I think they're probably going to give him a 1st down, and they do.
They've only take this time right now, and not only did Coach Guest win a league championship last night, but over at Fred Kelly Stadium, Al Medina was able to clinch the North Hills League Championship. Of course, his son, the quarterback for the Vanguards. So congratulations to Coach Guest. And
that's tonight, or that was
last night?
Oh, so
yeah, we announced it last night towards the end of the game. I just couldn't trust Max Preps, so Cal Preps is a little bit more reliable, and I just checked, and they did indeed win last night. Cooper Starnes taking that ball around the right side.
Yeah, so you know, the
flag on the play.
Guest Senior and Guest Junior were able to get league championships. Again, we've mentioned that a number of times, but Xavier Guest, who is Coach Melo's son, is a terrific, fantastic quarterback for El Medina. And so Coach Guest is doing the duty as a head coach and a father, trying to get to as many games as he can.
And of course, with the way the stadium situations are in both the Orange Unified School District and Garden Grove, we've got some Thursday and Friday, Saturday night games going on as well, as they've got 4 teams who share a beautiful Fred Kelly Stadium.
Well, Fred Kelly, yeah, one of the most famous stadiums here in Orange County for sure.
I got to play as a kid in Junior All-American All-Star game at Fred Kelly Stadium back in 1997. Hand off to Palacios. That goes nowhere.
Yeah, this is big stoppage right now for Bolsa Grande. This is now a 4th and about 18, maybe 19 for La Quinta.
So almost no doubt expecting a pass here. Maybe try and get that halfback pass going again, but
yeah, we might see one of our only stops.
Actually,
of the game here.
It's 3rd down. So the down marker was Raya, so it's 3rd down. Yeah.
Even still, 3rd and super long here.
Not a comfortable spot to be in, that's for sure. Line to gain all the way at the 5-yard line. Ball at the 23. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here. Palacios in motion. Pitch over to Starnes to the right side. He's got some room. Gets past the original line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, we're going to have about a 4th and 9.
A little rowdiness here on the La Quinta side of the stands here. .609 views, only 40% more to go, people. Less than 400. Let's do it. Again, we don't just broadcast athletics here. In a few weeks, we will be doing the Garden Grove Unified School District Showcase of Bands live from Bolsa, I believe on November 15th. That's always a great time. That pass over the middle, incomplete. He had him open, Dave.
He did, yeah, just a little overthrown, but yeah, he was open.
Alex Tran,
so
the intended
big
receiver.
stop here, obviously, with just about 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. A score here from Bolsa would be very, very big. That would be hard to come back, I think, for La Quinta with just a little bit of time left in the fourth quarter. So let's see if Bolsa can maybe solidify their standing in this game a little bit, drive down the field, and get a score.
Matador is going to have to dig down. I mean, the Aztecs are going to have to dig down deep here to pull out a stop.
We talked about that when it was 7-0 and Bolsa got a turnover. That they might have been able to do that. We had a huge stop by La Quinta there. Let's see if the Aztecs can get another stop, and so far so good. Although
again, second effort. David Nguyen refusing to go down. Gain of 6 yards on the play when it was all said and done. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, they had contact right at the line of scrimmage, and as you said, he's able to fight his way for a 5-yard gain. Well, we got our TikToks going on by the La Quinta crowd.
I told you, they're really good with the social media.
Yeah, so we will see a powder throw and students going crazy on some form of TikTok or Instagram tonight.
That's why the camera was getting a little bit foggy earlier, on the scoreboard at least. Hand off to David Nguyen to the right side. He's got some room at the 20, the 25. Pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It looks like that's going to be a first down, and the chains move for the Matadors. Yeah, certainly one of the more explosive games that we've seen this year, where we've got both teams just kind of trading blows back and forth here. And Matadors looking to kind of extend this lead even more and get momentum even more on their side. We're going to have some free yards. And it looks like the center kind of feels like it's his fault.
Yeah, I think that was a false start. I think he moved that ball early. And it was, yeah, they're going to have a false start.
You know, Dave, if I was him, I would have just been like, I would have got up like, whoa, 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 what happened there? You point at the lineman, you point at the D lineman there.
The art of pointing is a underappreciated art form in football for sure.
Media Day coming to you next year. We'll be teaching that as well.
Yeah. When in doubt, point, but you got to make sure you're pointing in the right direction. A lot of times we have that where people will be pointing and going crazy and they're pointing the wrong way, and you go, no, no, no. You have to point to your direction. Crossing routes here. Oh, they got him sacked.
Wow. Big play there. You know, one of the most underrated things, Dave, is as a punter, when you get that phantom roughing the kicker, where you kind of fall down.
You could fake it.
You know, I remember Pacifica back in 2015, I believe, or 14, Tommy Mercurio.
Oh, yeah.
Took a roughing the kicker call, ran off the field, and started yelling, "I got him! I got him!"
Yeah, that is certainly an art form as well, too. As we come to the end of the third quarter here.
That was a quick one.
That was, yeah, and we're going to start the fourth quarter here with Bolsa Grande leading 35-28, although they are up against it now in a 2nd and 20. So again, this game far from over, far from being decided. I know we're going to have an exciting 12 minutes here to end the game.
And Dave, you know, we had 28 points in the first quarter, 28 points in the second, 7 points in the third, and you mentioned it earlier. We are probably going to have those games where it ends up 35-28.
Speaking about this being a good game, looks like Pacifica is in a good game now. They are up 13-7 over Valencia, so Valencia has come back. It is now a one-score game there at the start of the fourth quarter. Pacifica with the ball. We'll get you updates there. Still don't have a official score update yet from Garden Grove, but when I get a response there, I will forward that on.
Of course, Pacifica playing over at Bradford Stadium in the Tigers' Den.
Yes, I was just at Valencia this week. Went there for Pacifica Water Polo. Again, they secured second place in the Empire League, so they'll be one of our 4 teams that are advancing to playoffs for water polo.
Another team that's kind of been sustaining some success.
Yeah, Pacifica under the leadership of Eduardo Osorio for years, and now under the leadership of Luke Garrison, have certainly changed their time. And again, like we talked about with Bolsa, changed the culture. Pacifica boys water polo not very good for a number of years, and they have changed the culture to where now it's an expectation that they're going to be one of the top teams, especially in the Empire League, but in our district as well.
Ethan Wynn drops back to pass, lets that one go over the middle, complete to David Wynn. He's got a host of Aztecs in front of him, and he kind of slips through them. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, they got to be careful here. That pass could have been worse, like you said. Could have been an interception, which could have led to a touchdown. Still looking at a long 3rd and about 20 still. And so we'll see what they end up with here. You don't want to be too reckless with it. You don't want to give La Quinta the ball back. But we have seen a number of times tonight Ethan Wynn passing over to Mark Navarro. Let's see if they go that again. Mark Navarro's number 5, closest to the screen here.
Ethan Wynn drops back,
There
lets
he
it go
is.
over the middle to Navarro.
Oh,
It's
he
complete.
got it. Oh my
He's going to be gone. The 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown,
let's get
Matadors.
another
Let's hit the
replay on that.
replay here.
Because that's another fingertip catch. He had one of those earlier tonight for a touchdown.
He caught that one in stride,
And
too.
again, just by his fingertips here.
And the Aztecs had good pressure there on Ethan Wynn. He just held there in the backfield, released that ball. A beautiful pass and catch by the Matadors.
Again, Ethan Wynn, a great job for Bolsa Grande, but by far the MVP of tonight has got to be Mark Navarro, number 5 for Bolsa Grande. He has had an unbelievable game. I believe that is at least his 3rd touchdown, maybe more if we've missed one. Looks like we have an injured Matador down in the field. They're attending.
Matadors now with a 41-28 lead, and it might not seem like a lot, but with the way they've kind of been playing, they've been able to answer La Quinta at every turn here.
Well, again, as we've mentioned multiple times, the difference in this game has been those big plays. Just like we saw there, La Quinta has done a pretty good job, in my opinion, on defense, minus those 4 or 5 big plays that Bolsa's been able to get.
Good to see there, number 72, Christopher Zamora walking off, actually jogging off the field under his own power. So hope to see him back on the field in the next series or so. The Matadors line up for this extra point.
Yeah, this is going to be a little precarious for La Quinta now because they are not built like Bolsa to be able to score quickly. They obviously have that capability. They can have Cooper Starnes or Alex Tran break a big run, but they kind of move methodically down the field, so time is certainly against them here with 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter if they're down 2 scores.
And that extra point is good. 42-28.
Yeah, I'd expect from here on out as well that Bolsa is going to be playing field position games. So I expect we're going to see a normal kickoff here. You know, if they get into the situation on offense again where they face a 4th down, I expect to see them punt. They're going to start to play that field position game.
Back deep here to return for the Aztecs, number 2 Kyle Huang and number 8 Cooper Starnes.
This can almost guarantee you will not go to Cooper Starnes.
And if it does, someone's going to get yelled at.
And he's going to get it.
It went to Cooper Starnes, Dave.
He came over to get it. He stole it.
And he's got some speed, and man, saved there by number 22, Uriel Estrada. A little bit scary. Just when he gets the ball, you can see him kind of turn on the jets. And it just at any moment, you feel like he's going to make a move and break free. Aztecs will be starting with this ball at their own 37-yard line. Looking to cut into this 14-point deficit, 10 minutes and 57 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, certainly no time to panic yet. You know, if they score here, they're going to be fine, but another 7-yard chunk there.
Now we mentioned Rancho Alamitos and Los Amigos already claiming their share of the league title. If La Quinta is able to do it tonight, this will be the second time the three of them have shared the Garden Grove League title. Happened way back in 1980.
Well, talking about you know, potentially the first time since 1990, a league winless streak or a league championship drought for La Quinta since 1990 was broken last year as well, and that was girls soccer. Girls soccer for La Quinta broke their streak. The last league title they had was in 1990, and they ended up winning the league last year in the Garden Grove League and making it all the way to CIF finals, where unfortunately
we've got a cramp party on the field, Dave.
There was a torrential downstorm that game and the CIF championship game for girls soccer, and very windy, and that contributed to the game, but they lost to Magnolia, which that was their first CIF title ever. But
right here on this field.
Right here on this field, yep. And yeah, La Quinta girls soccer, great season last year, so might have another La Quinta Cinderella story here.
Shout out to the La Quinta trainer out there. And to number 7.
And we got David McNeil for
Jackson
La Quinta.
Clark, double duty there, helping his teammates stretch out.
Yeah, a little unusual to see that here. 2 people down with a cramp when we are in the 60s and we're in week 10. Don't see that too often.
Shout out to Dennis Dirk of Los Amigos, a Los Amigos clock man, congratulating us on a great season. Of course, him and Mr. Oberacker used to run the Los Amigos live streams, and I tuned into them. They had some good conversations going on. They did a great job themselves broadcasting Lobo football a few years ago. Okay, that was Cooper Starnes getting worked on there by Jackson Clark, and it looks like he couldn't get that cramp out.
Yeah, I can understand that a little bit more from Starnes, as again, he's been all over the field on both offense and defense.
That was 2 Aztecs getting bit there by the cramp bug.
Yeah, looks like a calf, which is always a tough one.
Little bit of pickle juice.
You got to try anything there. Yeah, pickle juice, mustard, bananas, anything you can do. I think I've talked about this in a previous broadcast, but I always found, for me personally at least, mustard. Mustard works very fast for me.
Important to note, Cooper Starnes is not out there on the field, so that's a big home run threat taken away from the Aztecs here at a time when they really need him. But not a bad run there by Evan Barone as he picks up the first down for the Aztecs, and those chains are moving.
After Valencia had pulled within a score of Pacifica, Pacifica took the ball right down and it scored again. It's 19-7 Pacifica with 9 minutes left in their game. So it looks like Pacifica is going to get their 3rd win of the season.
Good way to end the season, too, and build on momentum going into next season. Pitch to Palacios goes nowhere. You know, at this point, Dave, when does the clock start becoming a factor with a 14-point deficit?
Yeah, I think after this drive. I think this drive, they don't need to panic. I think they can do what they normally do. I wouldn't be panicked if I'm Coach Stewart yet. You know, you just want to make sure you're getting a score first and foremost. I think after that, that's when clock really starts to come into play. The worrisome thing now for La Quinta, more than anything else, is that Cooper Starnes is sitting on the bench. It doesn't look like he's up or working on anything. If he could not go the rest of the way, that is a huge factor in this game.
You are tuning in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football, last broadcast of the season. Championship Friday here. La Quinta with a chance to win a share of the league championship, but they've got some work to do. Down 14 to the Bolsa Grande Matadors, who are looking to get their first winning season and their 2nd playoff appearance in a row here with a win. You know, Dave, I think no matter what happens here, I think we're going to see the Matadors change up their game plan and probably run the ball a little bit more as Palacios takes that ball around the right side and gets taken down there by number 55, Nathaniel Fiaputa, who's been all over the place the past 2 years, only a sophomore.
Yeah, we got, again, about a 4th and 1. This is normally Cooper Starnes' time to just get that dive play. He is out, still getting stretched out with that calf. So we'll see where the Aztecs go here.
So big 4th down here for the Aztecs. Maybe a hard count.
Now they go with the dive
Hand
action.
off, and that's going to be a first down.
Yeah.
It's like maybe Alex Tran on the carry.
No, I don't believe so.
Evan Barone on the carry.
Yeah.
If you're Evan Barone, you've got big shoes to fill, but did a great job there, picking up the first down and extending this La Quinta drive. 7 minutes and 39 seconds left to go here in the game, 4th quarter.
Looked like a false start they got away with.
Pitch to Palacios around the right side.
Tackle.
Hate to see a player go head, heels over head there.
Yeah, but Jacob Ortiz on that tackle there. Good job taking out the legs, getting the stop.
Just want to shout out my computer for being able to run all of this screen.
There we go. Number 8 is coming back in, so Cooper Starnes has fixed his cramp issue, at least for the time being, and is back in the game. That's great news for La Quinta.
It looks like also number 61 back in the game. He was out a little bit earlier as well, I believe. There we go. Give to Starnes, goes to the right side, picks up a few yards. And a first down. Keep those chains moving. 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. Great clock management here by the person running the clock for Bolsa Grande. For La Quinta. Pitch out to Starnes. Look at the second effort. He kept the play going. Even his blockers had kind of held up a little bit. Palacios, if Palacios keeps blocking, Starnes might be able to break out a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell just a different type of runner when he's in there than when he's not in there. And again, still plenty of time. I would start to have a little bit more urgency if I were La Quinta here. Not too much, but plenty of time. Obviously, if they score here, they have to have a stop on defense.
Clark with a nice little misdirection to Palacios. He gets now inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I think we're going to see dive action here for a couple downs in a row.
Clock now approaching 5 minutes. So definitely after this, the clock becomes a factor. Matadors have been moving the ball nicely here in the second half. I don't think we're going to see much throwing once they get the ball back here, no matter what happens.
Well, they could. We'll talk when that gets there, but here we go. Dive action. They're going to be stopped short.
Nathaniel Fiaputa on the tackle. And fumble. What?
Oh, wow.
A fumble.
Let's see if we can get a replay.
Let's see if we can get a replay, because that was.
I didn't see that ball come out.
I did not see it either. It just looked like he kind of fell on top.
Oh, he never got it.
Oh.
So
we got
the exchange.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow. That is.
I think that might be. I don't want to say that's it, but.
Well, they are backed up here, so they still have a chance. If Bolsa can clear this ball out, they can get a first down here. I think that's a tough situation for La Quinta to come back. La Quinta has to sell out here
and
to try to keep them pinned back, maybe get a safety.
Oh, no,
what can they do?
He's under center.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he got out of there.
Yeah.
Yep, I think we're just going to see a steady running down of the clock here by the Matadors.
Yep, and that's what I was going to say is the Matadors now even being up 2 scores. they can play around with a little bit with, they can have rollouts where if Ethan has an easy pass, he can make that. If not, just tuck the ball and run, keep the clock running. But this is to the point where now you can tell where we're at, because I'm actually going to start to head down there now.
So there we go. Yeah, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Be there. So
yeah, definitely. Especially, I think we're going to see a lot of running, Dave. So thank you for tuning in. Or thank you for joining.
yeah.
We've had a lot more time together this season. I think it works perfectly. And thanks for a great season.
Yeah, so as always, make sure you're following GGUSD Athletics for everything that we do. Again, we cannot broadcast during CIF playoffs, but I will still be at every game bringing you the action. So make sure you follow us. Again, another quick shout out to David Mora for doing 99.9% of the work on this broadcast, and to our student helpers as well, to Vincent and to Kaylin. So thank you again for that, and we'll see you throughout the season.
There we go. So, yeah, definitely follow our GGUSD Athletics Instagram. Dave's going to be at playoff games next week, I'm sure, and following our teams throughout the playoffs. And, of course, you're going to be able to see updates from other sports as the year goes on. He makes his way to all of our campuses and gives all of our schools equal fair coverage. And you'll see the league championship photo or the Bolsa photo at the end of this game. And that was a close one. Yeah, depending on what happens here, we might, again, 3 minutes and 36 seconds. The game is far from over, but a little bit harder for La Quinta now to get back in this game unless they come up with a big stop here. League championship on the line for them, for Bolsa, an appearance in the CIF playoffs for the second season in a row. You see the scoreboard clock a little bit dusty. Ethan Wynn, 4 wide receivers. David Wynn in motion. It looks like maybe a little false start, but they got away with it. Ethan Wynn rolling out to the right side, trying to direct some traffic. That pass is incomplete, intended for number 8, Joey Sangittino. That's going to bring up 4th down, and we might see the first punt by either team on the night. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. So they're punting out of their own end zone. Snap is good. The punt barely got away. It's going to land at the Matador. At the Matador 49-yard line. So some good field position here for the Aztecs. We've got 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to work. They got to make up some ground. They got to score 2 touchdowns here. They've been able to break off big plays, so 3 minutes and 19 seconds is a long time. Cooper Starnes has been able to get some big runs in. Palacios in motion. Clark drops back to pass. We haven't seen that too much tonight. That pass complete there to number 6, Felix Perez. It's going to bring up a first down here for the Aztecs as they're going through the air to try and get back into this game. Ball now at the Matador 42-yard line. Game is not over, folks. 14 points can be scored relatively quickly. Palacios in motion once again. Clark drops back to pass. Lets that one go. That's complete to number 4. Beautiful concentration there by Alex Tran to look that ball in. That's why you got to keep your eye on the ball. Watch it all the way in, and kept his feet in bounds. 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in the game. First down for the Aztecs. They're putting together a very solid drive right now, aided by a short field for the Matadors. That punt only going to the 49-yard line. Aztecs with a little bit sense of urgency here. Palacios in motion. Clark again drops back to pass, has some time, lets that one go. Almost intercepted out of the hands of number 11, Mikey Haley. He's going to wish he had that one back in the morning. Aztecs live to play another down here. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to go. Clock stopped on that incomplete pass. 819 views. Less than 200 away. We've got 3 minutes left. Go ahead. Tell people to tune in. There's no way that you La Quinta and Bolsa fans can not break this record here tonight. Clark drops back to pass. Has to get rid of it quickly. That's going to be complete there to number 4. Alex Tran. Another first down here for the Aztecs. Actually, not a first down. The gain of 9 yards on the play. Shout out to everyone here watching the stream right now. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left to go. Spread the word. We might have a exciting, frenetic finish here. Fantastic game so far by both teams. A lot on the line as La Quinta takes a timeout here. First time since 1987 that this game has meant this much this late in the season. Both teams currently with winning records. We haven't seen that in this series in a very long time. And it's exciting. It's really exciting to see both of these teams with some success here. It'd be really exciting to see La Quinta, get that league championship, the first one since 1990. Pretty sure a lot of the teachers at La Quinta probably weren't even born the last time they won a league championship. This game lived up to the hype, even though it's 42-28. Both teams scoring 28 points in the first half. We've got a final from Mansour Memorial Stadium. Garden Grove taking care of business against Catella as we expected. 42-7, Argos victorious over the Knights. And they finished the season at 3-7. That's something you don't hear. A Garden Grove team finishing under 500. It's, I believe, the first time since the early 2000s that that's happened. They've got a long playoff streak, the longest playoff streak on the line here in the district. And, a little bit of a miscommunication on the exchange there. La Quinta lucky that wasn't fumbled like their last drive. Clark and Starnes not on the same page there. Right back up to the line of scrimmage quickly as the clock is running. Clark drops back to pass, looks to his left, has some time, lets that one go. Beautiful pass breakup by number 7 for the Matadors. Of course, number 7, Ethan Wynn, doing it on offense, doing it on defense. 4th and 1. Actually, no. 2nd and 10. There's some funkiness with the clock there. 2nd and 10. Beautiful play there. Clock stop, 2 minutes and 41 seconds left to go. Palacios in motion, pitch out to Starnes, takes it around the right side, still on his feet. Loses the ball out of bounds. Big hit there. Again, Nathaniel Fiaputa on the tackle. He's been doing a very good job here in the fourth quarter. Two minutes and 35 seconds left to go. 3rd and 1 for the Aztecs. Doing a good job here with the clock. Palacios in motion, handoff to Starnes, got the first down. He's going to get into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for the Aztecs. Wide open hole, beautiful job by the Aztec offensive line. And the Aztecs are now down by 8 points. We're going to have ourselves a fantastic finish. Please, please tell people to tune in. You are not going to want to miss the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. We still have a chance at some overtime. See if they can knock in this extra point. The kick is up. Kick is good. We have a 7-point ball game here at Bolsa Stadium. We're going to have a photo finish here, 42-35, Matador lead. La Quinta playing like a team who has a chance to win a league championship here tonight. A lot of ball game left to be played, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Not sure who's got more pressure right now, Bolsa or La Quinta. Bolsa offense has been doing a very good job here tonight. All they got to do is get a couple of first downs, but the Aztecs do have all of their timeouts. Let's see what they decide to do on the kick here. Matador is not expecting a deep kick. They don't have anyone back deep, so they are expecting an onside kick. And they're going to squib it. It's going to be recovered there by David Wynn. Ball's going to be on the Matador 40-yard line. There we go, a few first downs, and Matadors are off to victory. A big stop here, and the Aztecs can tie this game. Four wide receivers here for the Matadors. Ethan Wynn getting ready to take the snap. Hand off to David Wynn. Expect plenty of that. He's going to get about 5 yards on the play, and if they can do that, then this game is going to be iced as the clock is running now. Time is of the essence here. These precious seconds running off the clock. Expect the Matadors to not run a play until absolutely necessary. If we can get Kalen to zoom out so we can get that back judge in the frame there. We'll see when he puts his hand up. As Dave always mentions, it's probably when you'll see the Matadors finally get ready to take that snap, and there's the hand. Matadors get set. Ethan Wynn takes the snap. Again, simple handoff. Breaks a tackle, David Nguyen. Not able to get much on that play as he's back to the line of scrimmage. And we're going to have a timeout by the Aztecs. Coach Stewart taking a timely timeout there. 2nd and 5 for the Matadors. 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go here. Now 3rd and 5. Again, we talked about it earlier. 6 of 9 Garden Grove League games that featured all GGUSD schools have finished as one-score games. Tonight, we have a one-score game, and it might finish as a one-score game. That would be 70% of those games. That just goes to show you how evenly matched our schools are. This Garden Grove League, the final season has been exciting. It's definitely been one for the books. We haven't had a league this tight and this close since at least the 70s, and it's good to see. It's great to see as all of these teams are going to embark on new journeys next year. Some of our schools might be in the same leagues, but a good chance that we might have teams in 3 and 4 different leagues next year when it's all said and done and the numbers are crunched. Third and 5 here. Matador is getting ready to run this play. They have to snap it here. No clock rundown. Ethan Wynn now under center. Swing pass to David Nguyen. That's dangerous, but he's got the first down. Actually, yep, he's got the first down, and they're going to move those chains. So there we go, 1 minute and 28 seconds left to go. Matadors with a big first down here. You go again, Matadors. There we go. We've got the referee waving his hand, and they're not going to get this playoff in time. They're going to have to, actually, they're taking a delay of game here. It's going to move them back 5 yards, but again, really doesn't matter. Less than a minute left to go here, 57 seconds left to go. Matadors holding on to a slim 7-point lead. So clock running one more time. It doesn't look like Coach Stewart is going to be taking his timeouts. Looks like he's content with letting this clock run out. Looks like the Matadors are going to be moving to 6-4, their first winning season since 1987. La Quinta going to drop to 6-4, 3-2 in league. Just a tough break. Just last week they were undefeated in league and dropped their final 2 games. And it looks like that's a final here. As the Matadors take a knee, they will be going to the playoffs. La Quinta hoping to get an at-large berth. Eight seconds left to go as the clock is winding down. And that's it here from Bolsa Grande Stadium. Beautiful game here by both teams. Both teams really wanted it. Only one team was able to win, and that's the Bolsa Grande Matadors, denying the Aztecs of a league championship. Let me see if I can get the studio cam, and here we go. I just want to take this time now to thank you for tuning in all season. We do these broadcasts for everyone who's watching out there, and we really appreciate all of you for tuning in. Stay tuned. We got some great things coming up in the future here in Garden Grove Unified School District for our athletic programs. Again, we don't just broadcast athletics contests. We also do the Garden Grove Unified School District Band Showcase, which will be featured live on our Garden Grove Unified School District YouTube channel on, I believe, November 15th. But follow Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics on Instagram and Garden Grove USD on Instagram as well to get district-wide updates. I am David Mora for Dave Malley, for Vincent, for Kaylin. We thank you for tuning in. Until next time, who knows when that'll be? You do. The Band Showcase in a few weeks. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you.